smiles from people.
I started going to Menards as a kid with my dad while he was picking up materials for his jobs. I feel like Menards is on the same page with the family values that I embody.
It didn't matter what I was creating. Menards has been there through all my transitions in life. I think for a long time I was doing what I was expected to do. And then it wasn't until I got older that I started to do what I wanted to do. Every day I show up and give it my best because I have to. I owe that to myself.
My whole life, people told me I wouldn't be able to do and create as a career, and I never believed them. That gave me strength to go forward. Building is a way of life for me. It's who I am, it's what I am, it's how I express myself.
To me, being a maker means an opportunity to build the way you want to build, building with heart. I try my best to do something you don't see every day.
My kids always feel a part of every project we do. It's very important to us that they see how our hands created something and the value of hard work.
It's not just about creating stunning spaces. I'm transforming the lives of the people who live in those spaces.
That's what it's all about, really, is being able to take a chunk of wood and transform it into a piece that is going to be appreciated by somebody. It's something that was built out of love.
There's no better feeling than taking a sketch drawn on a napkin and with a lot of design, man hours, materials, turning that into a building that people love.
At the end of the day, when I look at a project, I feel like that I made a difference. There's a beauty in that.
It starts from the moment you enter the court. We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official when I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. I think it's the best decision I've made. You could play, and you could make extra money on the weekends on the side, and why not?
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and young athletes who can translate those skills to officiating.
So much of officiating is not necessarily what you do on the court. It's how you conduct business off the court as well. Being an official, sure, it's not easy.
And if it wasn't for those difficulties, I don't think I would be where I'm at, because it helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
once again, welcome back to Husky Stadium. We're standing by for the Class 8A championship game. Maine South and Lockport will be going at it right here in DeKalb. Happy and excited to have you along with us on this holiday weekend. We call it championship weekend here in DeKalb, of course, with all these great championship games culminating right here on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Happy to have with us Gustavo Silva, who's with the Chicago Bears, the manager of youth and high school football. And Gustavo, thanks for joining us. And you're bringing some information about a great initiative regarding trying to get the word out about girls high school flag football. Talk about that effort.
Absolutely. So, we believe that football is the greatest team sport there is and that everybody should have access to it. So our goal is to grow the sport by making it more accessible, more equitable. So we were able to partner with the Chicago Public League to start a high school girls flag football league. We had the first inaugural season this year. We had 21 teams, 400 girls participate. It culminated with a championship tournament after a successful season that was won by Back of the Yards High School out of Chicago Public Schools.
Wow, that's a great initiative for the Bears to get involved in growing the sport. In the ladies, 400, that's a lot of ladies out there.
Absolutely, and we believe there's a lot more in the state that would like to play. So we just want to get the word out to any schools, conferences that want to jump on board next year. Our ultimate goal is to grow it so that it becomes an IHSA sanctioned sport, and that we will have our very own high school girls flag football state championship.
That would be something to look forward to. And talk about training and getting ladies initiated in the sport. Do you have training camps to go along with this before they start playing?
So we do. What we were able to do was to have a kind of a training camp, a preseason. We want to gauge interest first. We hope to partner with the IHSA to have a meeting in January for any interested schools, and then we can talk about the next steps. So, we're going to have a virtual meeting, so any ADs, principals, coaches that want to jump on board, can certainly join that meeting. If someone wants more information and wants to chat more directly with me, I can be emailed at youth.football@bears.nfl.net.
All right, great initiative for the Chicago Bears to get involved with, and that's an interesting to get involved in the public schools and private schools, of course, also, I guess, are okay to join into?
Absolutely. We want to grow the sport, and just like boys high school football, we want it throughout the state. So, whether it's Chicago, whether it's the suburbs, whether it's rural areas, state of Illinois, we want to grow it, and we want it to make it just as big as the boys game.
That's fantastic. Who knows? One day we could be standing here doing a girls flag football championship.
That's the goal. Absolutely.
Gustavo, thanks for joining us. We certainly appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Gustavo Silva joining us from the Chicago Bears. Again, he is the manager of youth and high school football with the Bears, getting the word out about flag football on the high school level. Ladies, take notes. We want to see you out here competing for a state championship, possibly in a few years down the line. Who knows? We'll be back with more from DeKalb. Don't you go away.
Do you see the world the way I do? My mom says I play too many video games, but what she doesn't know is that I'm actually making more money than she is as a YouTuber.
Lacey, do you know why there's a new car in the driveway with a bow on it?
You're welcome, Mom. At OSF Healthcare Children's Hospital of Illinois, they see the world the way I do. They put kids first, with care designed just for me.
Dig the pig. Dig the pig from Butcher's Pizza. Locally made with the finest ingredients. The frozen pizza with the just made taste. The quality pizza that your family deserves. A quick meal you'll be proud to serve. Dig the pig. Dig the pig from Butcher's Pizza.
It all starts here in the woods of Illinois. Walnut, hickory, oak, individually selected and harvested for your home. Each tree, each log, milled to perfection, with the same attention to detail for 2 generations. It's not just wood, it's Corsaw hardwood lumber. Grown in Illinois, made in Illinois. Corsaw hardwood lumber, just west of Canton, on Route 9.
And once again, welcome back to Husky Stadium, Maine South of Lockport. They're warming up on the field right now. Class 8A championship is next. And I tell you what a great weekend of high school football has been here in DeKalb. Exciting class action, football action throughout all the classes. And it culminates tonight with the 8A championship game. A lot of fans coming in for this one. And tell you what, it's going to be a pretty exciting matchup. When you talk about Lockport, the Borders, they check in at 12-1. They have a very exciting team, very dynamic coaching staff as well, taking on Maine South. The Hawks, they also are 12-1. Both squads very hungry for their state championship. I look for a game where both defenses will be feeling things out early, but the offenses, I think they're going to be ready to play, and they're going to be trying to, I think, move the ball, gain some consistency, some rhythm, time of possession, and avoid turnovers, and of course, costly penalties. Those are going to be my keys for the game in this first half of action. But we'll see and find out what the big experts think up in the booth. Dave, take it away, guys.
Well, Tony, you just took away all our stuff, right?
Sorry about that.
You know what? This is an interesting matchup, and I know it's one we've been looking forward to. As you said, it's a couple of teams that are 12-1. These are a couple of under-the-radar teams, I think, entering the playoffs, but they both had come from behind wins in that semifinal. For Lockport, they had what a lot of folks might have been considered an upset, coming from behind to defeat the favorite in Class 8A, that was Loyola. And how about Maine South? Not only did they come from behind in their game, but they've won their last 3 playoff games by 6 points. Combined victories of 6 points in the last 3 playoff games. So that brings us to this, Mark. What are you thinking we can expect here in this one?
Well, I think we're going to see a great football game. Both teams will be confident. There's no doubt about that. Coming up off those games that you mentioned, they'll have incredible emotion. Yet the team that has the ability to handle those emotions, I think, will win this football game. Both teams are very fast. Both teams are physical. I think, Dave, ball security is a must tonight because, in my opinion, because of defenses, points will be at a premium tonight.
Well, okay, so ball security is something to keep an eye on, and that's partly because of the weather. It's partly because we're in Class 8A. People are starting to really hit each other now.
Yeah, the popping will take place tonight. And, you know, in full respect to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as you get bigger and bigger, you see the pops become harder and harder. We saw some really good sticks throughout the day today, and I think you'll see some heavy hitting here tonight from both these football teams.
Well, we don't have to wait long. We've got that kickoff coming up very soon here. Class 8A matchup, Maine South and Lockport, coming your way next.
There's more here than meets the eye. Corn is in the food that nourishes us. It's in the medicine and vitamins and other products that sustain us. It's in the daily essentials that help us navigate and create in the world. It's renewable and sustainable, better for our world and our future. Corn is all this and more. And the best part? It's homegrown by local farm families, right here in Illinois.
At Illinois State University, our legacy is one of preparing students to create, to explore, to lead, to make an impact. Our students graduate on time, find success in their field, and make a difference in the world. That's our legacy. What will yours be? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
It's here, the Menards Black Friday sale. Hurry in for best selection. Prices good through December 5th. Relax in style with this heat and massage rocker recliner. Only $249.99. Stay warm this winter with this 54-inch electric fireplace. It can also fit up to a 65-inch TV. On sale for $219.99 after rebate. Check out these and more amazing Black Friday deals at Menards. Available in store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
Back at a very full Husky Stadium. We're all set for your Class 8A championship. We've already had 3 games played today. We've crowned 3 state titleists already. Early on, it was Fenwick getting its first state title and over Kankakee. Then Cary Grove came up huge, 37-36 in a classic in 6A. And 7A we just concluded with Wheaton North, a dominating performance, a complete performance in a 35-6 battle in 7A. And so here we are in Class 8A, a couple of 12-1 teams, Lockport along with Maine South. Dave Bernhardt along with Mark Lindo. And Mark, I know we always talk about what you're looking for early, and you're looking early tonight.
Yeah, I know both these teams are going to feel each other out. The plays probably in script, and there'll be a little bit of probing action early on, but I do think we'll see some big-time hits.
And we'll find that in a hurry. Kickoff coming up next. Stay right there.
The 2021 IHSA Football State Finals is brought to you by LiUNA. Start your career in construction today at liunacareers.org. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs.
Been the union labor for about 13 years. And it's just never the same thing twice. You know, it's a lot of different things. You're always doing different things.
I enjoy joining up union, joining the brotherhood, having some backing for good wage, good insurance, retirement.
And if it weren't for the union, I'll probably be, I'm not sure where I would be
at. Together, we made it through one of the most challenging years in our lives.
Together, we helped our schools and students achieve great things.
We all partnered and struggled and overcame together.
Because we know, together, we can do great things.
Now, we aim to be better than ever.
We are IEA, the Illinois Education Association, and we all are stronger together.
It's the final game of the 2021 high school football season in Illinois. That means it's time for the Class 8A championship. And tonight, from Husky Stadium, it matches the Maine South Hawks and the Lockport Porters. So glad you've joined us, everybody. I'm Dave Bernhardt. Alongside is Mark Lindo. Donnie Tillman is on the field. We'll hear from him in just a bit. Maine South comes into this game 12-1, their lone loss coming in the fourth week of the season. Lockport, the Porters, also 12-1. Lockport's only defeat of the season came in the hands of Lincoln Way East. That was in the 8th week of the year. It's our largest crowd of the weekend here in this one. And Mark, when these two teams came on the field for warm-ups, the roars on both sides of the field were unlike anything we had heard today.
Yeah, big-time crowd, big-time atmosphere for the last football game of the IHSA season. We have two football teams that are going to flat out get after each other. You'll see us tone set really early in this football game. And the hitting that we expect to see should be a fun one for you to call, Dave Bernhardt.
Lockport won the toss. They wanted to kick off. That's because their defense regarded as maybe the best in the state. Deep is Mike Sajenko wearing number 30. You'll hear a lot from him. Gabriel Zapko puts his foot into the ball, and he drives this one near the goal line. Bringing it out from the 1. This is Frank Bartel. Bartel to the 20, to the outside. Bartel, a good return across the 30-yard line. Let's check in now with Donnie Tillman downstairs.
All right, thanks, guys. Referee Bill Orris is refereeing this state championship game right now, and it's a special night for him. If you don't know his story, his son tragically lost his life a few years back, so he asked the IHSA if the referee crew could wear special hats. They're doing so tonight. It's the first time he's worn these hats since 2017, which, of course, was the last time he reffed a state championship game. So a special night for him, and, of course, we love Billy, and we honor him and his family. Back to you.
Yeah, great official. Done state championships, football, basketball, and baseball, and even a finer person.
Rowan Keefe's the quarterback for Maine South. He'll get it out in a hurry and big positive yardage on play number 1. The goal tonight is getting the hands of number 30. That is Mike Sajenko, two-time All-Stater.
And why not? He's a beast of a running back at 5'11", 197. Give him 19 on that one, but he'll carry the ball downhill. He'll punch it to the outside, and they get him involved in the passing game as well. Look at those numbers, just unbelievable. Almost 1,300 yards. He's hit the end zone 23 times on this season for the Hawks.
14 touchdowns in the playoffs. Sajenko will stretch forward near midfield. On the stop, number 11, Dylan Schmutzler. He is a senior linebacker for a Lockport defense. As I said, many have considered the best in the state. They're coming off a 35-21 win over Loyola. There's Rowan Keefe. He can throw it. He runs this offense. Maybe not as prolific a passer as Maine South you've seen in state championship games in past, but all he does is win games.
Got a spread offense going right now. They'll probe the defense early and often with a pass game.
There it is. Keefe going down the right side. He found his man, Tommy Locascio, inbounds, first down inside the 30.
Locascio with a well-run route, right on time, on target with that ball right at the boundary. Really nice pass for 23 yards.
Great feet from Locascio. He'll go both ways. Couple of quick first downs for Maine South. They are playing fast. Here to the near side. Looking to turn the corner. It was Evan Augusto that got the handoff. One of the top receivers on this team. He's brought down for a loss of about 2. Talk about Rowan Keefe and Mike Sajenko. Will Gazaldo will go out and catch the ball. Chris Petrucci, he has a ruptured spleen. He will not play, but as respect, they put him in the starting lineup. Two-way player headed to Northwestern in the offensive line. That opens the door for Sajenko. Quickly out to Sajenko, and he is cartwheeled down. Well, there's the first of many big-time hits tonight.
Big time by Franz Kosovic, who went out in the flat playing one-on-one in space, and he just upended the ball carrier. Loss of 2. They get him behind the sticks on a pass play that was intended to get speed out on the perimeter.
Silzer twins up front along with one of the top players in the state, Andrew Blackburn Forst, and the linebackers you just mentioned, Nicholas Franciscovich. Loss of yardage again, 3rd down and 13. Sajenko to the side. Keefe in the pocket. He has to flip it out in a hurry. It will be 4th down and long.
Lockport brought 1 man extra off the edge. They put 4 in the box, and they brought a edge rusher to put some pressure on the backside. He had to dump that ball a little bit more quickly than he would have wanted. That play did not have enough time to develop.
Hawks to go forward on 4th and 10. Both sides of this field on their feet. Keefe pumps. Incomplete. Lockport will have it. The defense turns away the Hawks. We're 1 series into this game. Let's take a look at what Mark Lindo believes to be the keys to this ball game after this incomplete pass. Partially deflected at the line.
But one thing you got to do is stay ahead of the sticks if you're both these football teams. First downs create 2nd down opportunities and 3rd down opportunities. Makes things easier on your offensive scheme to call. Win the battle in the box. We talked about the heavy hitting that we will see. You'll see both these teams stack the box defensively 7-8 at times. Who wins the line of scrimmage? And finally, who will make a championship play at any time in this football game?
Aiden Timashek will pull it down. And he will be pulled down. He was looking to go deep early. Timashek, 6'7", 235-pound senior quarterback under pressure early.
He wanted to go hitch and go. Nothing going downfield, so give it a little bit of coverage opportunity for the Hawks secondary. And our 3rd key to the game, make a championship play, Dave. That can come at any time. That can come at any time. 1st quarter, 4th quarter, it doesn't matter.
That interception that Timashek has, that came last week. His 1st interception of the year. That was in the 13th game of the season.
2,000 aerial yards. Big-time passer, big-time numbers.
Timashek did not play in the Porter's only loss this season. And that middle clogged up the defense for Maine South, allowing 17 points per game, but they have been strong here in the postseason.
Ty Schultz getting that carry. He's their go-to guy. Over 1,000-yard rusher, 20 TDs. Nothing going there.
3rd down and 11. Lockport with great receivers. Timashek looking for one of them. That may be short of the first down. He went to his favorite receiver, and that is 6'4" Ryan Little. Little checks into this game. That becomes his 49th reception of the year for 825 yards.
Little sees a lot of double coverage. Very, very important play early on. Going to it deep in their own territory. 4th down.
Timashek doubles as the punter as well as the quarterback. And he will kick this away. Nobody deep for Maine South. And this will roll inside the 20, inside the 15. Maine South Hawks will get their hands on the ball for the 2nd time tonight. It's your 8A championship from Northern Illinois University.
At Illinois State University, our legacy is one of preparing students to create, to explore, to lead, to make an impact. Our students graduate on time, find success in their field, and make a difference in the world. That's our legacy. What will yours be? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
We know it's difficult to decide where to invest first each year, but your farm and family depend on it. We want you to have your most successful season yet, and that's why we've cataloged over 12 million corn plants and 20,000 germinating seeds. Whether you're just beginning to monitor equipment performance or fine-tuning your equipment, our dealers are here to help. This is your year to know that you're doing the best you possibly can for your farm and your family.
Well, Maine South moved the ball the first time they had it. Lockport unable to pick up an initial 1st down. Early thoughts, Mark?
Well, I think it's as physical as we thought it would be here the first 5 minutes of this football game. Some hard hitting, some pressure on both quarterbacks. No running lanes at all to speak of. And we talked about it very briefly on the open about scripting plays. Both offensive coordinators right now have gone through some scripts trying to see what the defensive scheme is and how they react to that. We'll see how offenses adjust.
You can see Maine South spreading the field. It's the way the Hawks do it. Keith gets rid of it in a hurry. His completion goes to Ryan Pothass. Pothass, a 6'4" junior, so good size on that side of the ball as well.
Just a little quick out pattern, if you will. Picks up 8 or 9 on the 1st down, which is a nice, well-thrown ball to the boundary side. Sets up 2nd and short, which again was one of our keys. Stay ahead of the sticks, get yourself enviable down and distance.
Rowan Keith, 5 of 6 in the air. This time they'll stay in the ground. Maine South defeated Marist 35-33 in the semifinals. Mike Sajenko rushed for he scored all 5 touchdowns, and a come from behind win. And Rowan Keith completed 20 of 26 passes, 235 yards, and a couple of scores.
That man Sajenko, he's a 2-time All-Stater, and if you write the script, he will probably get somewhere between 22 and 25 touches here tonight.
See those last 3 games, wins by 3 points, 1 point, and 2 points. That's how Maine South gets here. They're going to get a 1st down up near the 35-yard line. The hard-running Sajenko. And head coach Dave Vincera says of his senior running back, flat out, we need to get the ball in Sajenko's hands. He's our best player. We ask a lot of him, and he gets 14 yards right there.
Well, just on right on the script that we were talking about, he gets another touch. They try to strip it to him, but just too strong. Lower body, too strong. 3-pointing the football, taking care of the ball security. He moves the sticks, and Hawks got a little bit of momentum on this drive now.
Dave Vincera, 21st year, only 34 losses for Vincera, 4 state championships. Get it out again. Number 30 may touch this ball 80% of the times. Mike Sajenko, 5'11", 197-pounders, one of the toughest kids that Dave Vincera knows.
Yeah, it is a nice wide receiver on the outside, number 19 for the Hawks with a good block. Ryan Pothass, really nice job stalk blocking on the perimeter.
Sajenko gets the ball for the 8th time in 12 plays for Maine South. He's getting it in the air, he's getting it on the ground, and that should be enough for a first down.
And this right now, he's in rhythm. Feed the dog right now because he can catch the ball up perimeter. He can take the ball between the tackles, and he can take defenders with him at the next level.
Maine South not allowing this Lockport defense to catch their breath.
Porter's in a 4-man front. Linebackers back about 3 to 4 yards.
And that could be a 5-yard walk-off against the Hawks.
Dead ball foul, false start, number 15 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
There is Bill Orris. You heard Donnie talk about him and his crew. Donald Taylor, Kevin Werner, Christopher Avila, and Craig Ochoa. Congratulations to those folks working the Class 8A championship game. On 1st and 15. Pothast unable to handle that one. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Pothast was not, that wasn't even a post. That was just a quick slant on the inside from the slot position. That ball hit him right in the hands. Ball he knows he should have caught.
Actually, that was Frank Bartell, two-way player for Maine South. Bartell unable to come up with that one. This is a Class 8A team that has 3 people going both ways. Dave Vincera says get your best players on the field. Maine South from his 40-yard line. Now Keefe has some room if he wants it. 2 incompletions in a row. Sajenko couldn't handle that high ball.
Sometimes you want your quarterback to have quiet feet. What I mean by that is sit in the pocket and read the defense and then make the proper throw. Sometimes you want him to have active feet. He extended that play with active feet on that particular play. Not able to finish the deal. Their 3rd down and long.
Keith with 3 receivers to his left. Wants to go left. Throws left. Low looking for Augusto. Lockport defense here has come up, taking advantage of the 5-yard penalty on 1st down.
Once again, they dialed up some pressure, showed a 4-man front, brought 1 extra corner come up off the edge. Forced that pass again to be a little bit quicker than they would have wanted to for Rowan Keefe.
Joey Manzo deep for Lockport. Punter is Pierce Roden for Maine South. That's out of bounds. Where will this end up? Continuing to walk. Lockport's going to get some great field position. They'll start from their own 42-yard line. The Lockport Porters 12-1 on the season. This was a team that 3 years ago was 0-9. However, their freshman class, their current senior class, 9-0 as sophomores, so you knew some good things were coming for Lockport.
Going to be exciting here to watch Timashek get going. He can get in rhythm. He can control the football. 2,000-yard passer on the season. He'll make some plays with his arm.
He was outstanding in that semifinal win over Loyola. To the near side, and Keegan Robinson. Robinson shakes the tackler. Robinson into Maine South territory.
And what a quick release it was by Timashek to get the ball out to Robinson on the perimeter for 16 yards. Watch that, ball's in his hands. Boom, it's gone.
Roberson. His 30th reception of the year, a 1st down for the Porters.
Martizek, a nice block at the point of attack. Wide receiver blocking for wide receiver.
Coming this way to Ty Schultz. Schultz stays on his feet. What a great story Ty Schultz is.
Yeah, he absolutely came back from ACL injury, fought his way back last March, and just his grit and determination to be back out there is a miracle in itself.
There's the offensive unit. Ty Schultz in the backfield. Andrew Loquesti will get some time. Danny Martisek, a great game against Loyola. The offensive front that protects Timashek. Schultz, a stiff arm. Can't quite shake through that tackle. It's enough for a 1st down, however.
Right now, the Porters have some rhythm offensively. A little bit of pass, a little bit of run, a little bit of bump the ball at perimeter.
Defensively for Maine South, we mentioned they give up about 17 points per game. Great player in Teddy Gianaris on the left side. In the secondary, you see Frank Bartel going both ways along with Tommy Lacasso, Cole Chipkowski. It's been outstanding in that secondary as well.
Three-man front. They're bringing it forward. Here comes a backer.
The completion goes for no gain. That's the first catch for Martizek. So both teams here trying to play a little bit quicker, and I'll give Martizek credit for 1 yard on that reception.
Yeah, how about a game he had in the semifinals where he scored a touchdown, had 2 interceptions, 135 receiving yards, a game of his life.
So that's the greatest game he played since he was in the youth leagues. On the ground, Schultz has room, makes more out of it. Ty Schultz has a first down to the 15-yard line. You're talking about Schultz completely tore his ACL, missed the entire spring. Porter fans and players and trainers will hopefully be back for the playoffs. Instead, Ty Schultz came back in the 3rd week of the season.
Yeah, to have a 1,000-yard season and what a playoffs he's had a quarterfinal round with 4 touchdowns in that one. So he knows how to smell the end zone. Just the ultimate competitor.
He'll get it again, and he'll be spun down. Number 52, Tony Valdez. He's in a stop. No gain on the play.
Right now, Maine South a little bit back on their heels defensively because of the diversity in this Lockport offense.
Lockport offense had a stretch of 4 games out of 5 where they scored 22 points or less. And I say, okay, nothing bad, but since then the Porters offense has absolutely exploded.
Yeah, they slowed down the tempo a little bit. When they were in tempo pace, they were going a little bit better.
Hard running off the right side of the line. Ty Schultz again. 5.8 yards per carry this year for Schultz.
Only 5'10", but durable, and they'll get him as many touches as he feels comfortable with. And you're going to feel comfortable wanting the football in the state championship game.
3rd down and 5 for the Porters. Off the 10-yard line. Timashek will walk to this near sideline and then go back.
Changing the play. It came in from the sideline. Changing if they see the alignment of the defense.
Schultz, he has room on the left side. Ty Schultz drives forward. Schultz is in. 11-yard touchdown run. Lockport on its 2nd possession. Hits pay dirt.
What a great run it was. And their offensive coordinator, Corey Diller, you got to mention it because basically they stopped their offensive play, went to the sideline, changed the play when they saw the look. So what great adaptation by the offensive coaching staff of Lockport to change that play at the line. They get Schultz the ball back out of cutback against the grain, and he knows how to get to the end zone.
Gabriel Zacco looking for the extra point. And Lockport takes it downfield, picked up the pace of their offense. Ty Schultz, active man. He goes in from 11 in Lockport. It's 7-0 lead with $1:43 to play in the 1st.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
$7-0 lead for the Lockport Porters here in your 2021 State Football Class 8A Championship. Happy to have Menards helping you out with this broadcast. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. There's George Chart in his third season at Lockport. 20 wins, 8 losses. We said the year before he arrived, Lockport was 0-9. It was 4-5 Chart's first year. They went 4-2 in the spring, and then 12-1 this season.
Yeah, he started a program at Lincoln Way North and had a tough start as well. So he's a guy that can change things up and runs an outstanding system at his school.
However, Chart, no stranger to state championship ball games. He was the defensive coordinator at Providence when the Celtics won the championship in 1991. And again, he was the defensive coordinator right here at Lockport when the Porters won back-to-back state championships in 2002 and 2003. Zacco, line drive. Boy, that was a bullet to Bartell. And that knee went down just across the 20-yard line. A fast-paced first quarter. That drive for Lockport, 8 plays, 58 yards, took 3 minutes and 8 seconds off the clock. The last 4 plays out of those 8, it was all number 7, Ty Schultz.
Bartell with a pat on the back there. He's a two-way player, as you mentioned earlier. He's an excellent blocker, just a complete football player. Lockport defense ready to put their cleats in the ground right now. Their hand down in the dirt and make some plays. The offense has them a little bit juiced up.
Keith looks over that defense. That defensive line outstanding. Here they come. Keith has to pull it down, then deliver it in a hurry. He was looking for Evan Augusto, and Evan Augusto, the sophomore, comes up. They brought up Augusto after the only loss this season to Palatine. Augusto came up, and he has been outstanding for the Hawks.
Really a nice step up in the pocket to buy a little bit of time to deliver that football on time, on target.
And that will be close to a first down. Hard running Mike Sajenko.
Having some fun.
Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. And that's enough for a first down. Sajenko gets the carry.
You know, it's almost automatic when you go to a two-time All-State or short yardage situation, because not only do they have a solid offensive line, but that young man knows how to move sticks.
No such things as huddles here in your 8A championship game. To the left side, Gazaldo has it. He is spun down. He was turned inside by Shane McEntee.
Gazaldo's 36 catches come in, leads the team in receptions. He averages 15.5 a catch, 5.7, but really able to free himself. Really solid route runner on the perimeter to get him the ball.
Rowan Keefe, 8 of 12 passing for 60 yards. A quick first quarter, a quick first 12 minutes. And the score from Lockport, the only score. Schultz, an 11-yard touchdown run for a 7-0 lead. We'll go to the second period. Well, this has it.
Dig the pig. Dig the pig from Butcher's Pizza. Locally made with the finest ingredients. The frozen pizza with the just made taste. The quality pizza that your family deserves. A quick meal you'll be proud to serve. Dig the pig. Dig the pig from Butcher's Pizza.
Your car is more than just transportation. It's a gathering place. Your mobile community. At CEFCU, we get that. So we offer car loans with great rates, flexible terms, and no hidden fees. We work with you to get the loan you need for the vehicle you want, because getting there together is better than going it alone. CEFCU, not a bank. better.
Do you see the world the way I do? I'm kind of an artist. I take random things around the house and make them into the most amazing sculptures.
Evan, do you know where all the spoons are?
At OSF Healthcare Children's Hospital of Illinois, they see the world the way I do. They put kids first with care designed just for me.
It all starts here in the woods of Illinois. Walnut, hickory, oak, individually selected and harvested for your home. Each tree, each log, milled to perfection, with the same attention to detail for 2 generations. It's not just wood, it's Corsaw hardwood lumber. Grown in Illinois, made in Illinois. Corsaw hardwood lumber, just west of Canton, on Route 9.
Illinois State and by the Illinois Corn Growers Association. Meet the families that make up 96% of Illinois farms and learn how Illinois runs on homegrown corn at www.watchusgrow.org.
1 quarter in the books here in your 8A title ball game. Maine South starts that second period. Looking for a little stop and go, looking for Augusto deep, not there. Keith brought down, he's able to get rid of the ball. Incomplete pass. Pressure from Lockport coming hard. You see number 97, part of the Silzer twins. That's Cole. Twin brother Cody. They're both going to play their college football at Eastern Illinois University.
He comes off the edge and beats the tackle on the left side from the blind side, and not a chance for Rowan Keefe there.
Third down and long for the Hawks.
Podleski, Perello, Hopman, Smith, Hapedler. They got to protect right now. Pass blocking of most importance.
Long count. Keefe delivers, and the hit is delivered on the other end. Ethan Gallagher coming up strong from that outside linebacker position.
Boy, he had plenty of time to just bear down to make this tackle. Ball and hit almost simultaneous. What a great defensive play. One-on-one out on an island, and he was running for the challenge. And Dave, this has all the hard hitting that we had anticipated.
Sajenko took that hit, and it forces Maine South to punt. The wind somewhat at the back of Ronan. And Lockport will stay away from this one. And the Porters with a 7-0 lead will have the ball about a minute in to this second quarter. To celebrate the 50th anniversary of Title IX, the IHSA is giving and sponsoring a 50 for 50 matching gift initiative on Giving Tuesday. All proceeds from the drive will be pledged to the IHSA Foundation, which annually provides scholarships to Illinois high school students selected to be a part of the All-State Academic Team. Visit IHSA.org on November 30th for more information.
Last time Lockport won a state championship, most of these seniors weren't even born. Porter's storied program went through some tough times, but as they say, they are definitely back.
Hayden Timashek, the quarterback, 4 of 4 for 35 yards to 4 different receivers. He'll start this offensive series. Positive yardage to Schultz on first down.
They'll run some diversified offenses. There's an inside handoff there, found lead block, but they'll run some out of a 1-back, 2 tight end sets, a 2-back set with 1 tight end. They'll give some different looks, and a lot of times when you give different looks, you can run the same play a different way, meaning a different alignment, but you can run the same scheme. That's the different alignment confuses the defense. You spread things out, it takes people out of the box for the defense.
Couple of claps for Timashek. Sets up the run by Schultz. Schultz the first down carry. That is 6 straight times, 6 straight plays that Lockport has gotten the ball to Ty Schultz.
And what happens between a great back and a great line is sometimes the line will open such a big hole, it makes the back look good. Sometimes the back will make such a great play, it makes the line look good, so they feed off each other.
There's Ty Schultz's numbers early. averaging almost 6 yards per carry. He'll get another chance. He's going to get a bit more here as he's closed down quickly. Boy, he was a step away from breaking through.
You know, you talked about him coming off the ACL. Good picture of him right there. You got to believe that, you know, he will not be denied on any opportunity he gets tonight. He fought himself back. He willed his way back. You know, it was only 8 months ago he had that surgery. Unbelievable to know the guts and grit of that young man right there.
They continue to feed him. He's going to look to get to the corner. Turns it upfield. Ty Schultz on the move. Driven out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 22-yard line. 36-yard run for the senior.
Boy, he bounced that to the outside. Then it was speed. Now Maine South was in basically a 3-4 defense. So you got 4 people, linebackers. The 2 guys on the edge, they're supposed to hold the edge. You're not supposed to be able to get outside of that defense, but yet Ty Schultz certainly did. Speed to burn, 87 yards and counting for that young man who's been the workhorse, the last 7, 8, 9 plays.
First down from the 22-yard line. Porter's looking to build on a 7-0 lead.
Timashek 6'7". Pretty tall for a quarterback.
Schultz again. Takes a hit. Pick up of 2.5 yards on first down. And that one stung a bit. 9 straight carries for Schultz.
There's a look to the sideline. And no hurry at all. Last time they came to the sideline, they scored a touchdown. They brought the play back in.
Timashek throws, looking in the end zone, and a better opportunity for Maine South to come away with it. Tommy Locascio, part of that breakup on Timashek's first incompletion of the night.
Throws into double coverage. Just a post pattern. Looking for Martisek on the inside.
He was sandwiched inside. Locascio along with Cole Chakowski on the coverage. Hayden Timashek. The only loss the Porters suffered was when Timashek was unable to play quarterback. He punted in the game in week 8 against Lincoln Way East. He'll throw again. They'll have to make something happen. He does to Martisek. First and goal from inside the 10. The ball fumbled. It will be Lockport ball on the 5.
Good job between quarterback Timashek and receiver Martisek, because look, it breaks down. This is complete improvisation. He finds him crossing in the middle, found a soft spot in their zone, 15 yards. Ball pops out, but the Porters fall on it. Really in a great position right there was Keegan Roberson to save possession.
8th play of the drive is coming from the 5-yard line on first and goal. Schultz gets the call. Bartell grabs him from behind. Schultz in the pile, able to surge forward for about an extra yard. Lockport scored on its previous possession. They've taken the ball right down the field here. After the 2-yard pickup, 2nd and goal from the 3. High snap. Timashek will have to get down on it. Still loose. And Maine South will recover. Huge break for the Hawks as they turn away Lockport.
Tommy Locascio on the recovery. That ball bobbed around for a while. You're around the football, good things happen. Basically an unforced error by the Porters there. Maine South dodges the proverbial bullet. Takes over possession, first key turnover.
Lockport ready to go in. They were on the 3-yard line, and now Maine South, the Hawks, will have it from from their own 14.
And they got to get Sajenko going. What I mean by that is, yes, he's already had some nice gains, but they got to get him, just pound and pound and pound at some point in this drive.
Augusto around the left side. Lockport stretches it out, and they'll bring him down. You see number 20, Nicholas Franciscovich, fired up. Number 44, Paul Rasp. Defensive lineman with the third tackle for loss tonight. Well, look at that pursuit from Rasp.
A great lateral speed and time for the defense to pick up the offense right here after the turnover. Try to get themselves a 3-and-out if you're Lockport and force the Hawks to punt from deep in their own territory.
Keep quickly over the middle. And a first down. Boy, did he get rid of that ball in a hurry, and he found the sophomore Evan Augusto.
Augusto with just a little bit of a skinny post, and Keith delivered the ball right on time over the linebacker in front of the safety on that side. 14 yards, they move the sticks on a really well-thrown ball.
Keith varying the time or his cadence. And another completion. This good for about 7 yards. He goes right back to Augusto.
And once again, they get the ball over Smutsler, the linebacker, and in front of the deep safeties. Really good job probing the middle of that zone defense.
Evan Augusto, back-to-back catches. He has 3 on the night. Sajenko gets the carry, driven down. Maybe got a yard. Third down and a couple.
Blackburn Forrest with a big play. You mentioned his playmaking abilities. He's a big-time player on the inside.
Great wrestler. An All-American wrestler.
All-American wrestler, All-State football player. Not a bad athlete, huh?
Maine South look to convert on third down for the second time in 5 attempts. They'll go option, and they won't do it on third down. Once again, great pursuit. There's Nicholas Franciscovich. He's been on numerous plays already.
Franciscovich right there. He just upends a first option, and boy, he stays right home, reads his keys, makes a play. He's having a little bit of fun out there. But you know what? When you see the option the first time, quite honestly, there's some game slippage. There's some mistakes made. But they get a little pitch action right there. Franciscovich right there when the pitch was made. One-on-one tackle.
Ronan to punt once again. Chance on the return. Room for Manzo. There comes the pursuit for Maine South. We've talked about the Lockport defense. They are hitters. They make plays. One of their playmakers, Nicholas Franciscovich. And there it is right there. 7-0 Lockport. 4:36 to play in the first half.
It's here, the Menards Black Friday sale. Hurry in for best selection. Price is good through December 5th. Give the gift of power and performance with this Masterforce Boost 20-volt brushless oscillating multi-tool kit. Just $119. Plus, get a free bonus toolbox. This 22-foot aluminum multi-position ladder can be positioned in 5 different ways. Only $139 after rebate. Check out these and more amazing Black Friday deals at Menards. Available in store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
There's more here than meets the eye. Corn is in the food that nourishes us. It's in the medicine and vitamins and other products that sustain us. It's in the daily essentials that help us navigate and create in the world. It's renewable and sustainable, better for our world and our future. Corn is all this and more. And the best part? It's homegrown by local farm families, right here in Illinois.
Bands are getting all set. We're 4:36 away from halftime. A 7-0 Lockport Porter lead. Illinois State University's total cost is in the lower half of Illinois public universities, and recent grads earn $12,000 more than the national average. Create your legacy at Illinois State. 7 first downs apiece for these two teams. Lockport will get another pop at it. They drove the ball the last time. Only a high snap followed by a fumble recovered by Tommy Lacasio. Denied them from reaching the end zone again. The only touchdown today, an 11-yard touchdown run from Ty Schultz late in the first quarter. Play action from Timashek. He has time. He delivers. Completion for a first down across midfield. He found Keegan Roberson for the second time tonight.
Roberson off the play action. He's running his route. He'll come to your screen right there. Ball's thrown away from the defense. Nice one-on-one tackle, but not before a good catch. Play made by Maine South, but not before the first down by Carter Collins, the outside linebacker.
Timashek delivers quickly to Martisek. Martisek's third grab in the night. Spreading the ball around with the different Lockport receivers. Ball goes to the 41-yard line. This has been a hectic pace in the first half. Hectic, but yet controlled and in rhythm for both teams.
Yeah, both teams have been in rhythm. And I'll tell you what, Lockport, I mentioned one other time, they go for their look game again right there, but they've been pretty effective in tempo as well. So they've adjusted their pace, sometime in tempo, sometimes slowing down tempo. They've both been effective.
Schultz, the carry once again. He'd been quiet for about 3 minutes is all. And he'll be just short of the first down, about a yard short. They gave Schultz a little bit of a breather after he carried the ball about 8 times in a row. 3rd and a yard.
Maine South probably going to stay in their 3-man front, but once Lockport lines up, watch the linebackers come up and fill gaps in the second level. Now watch what white shirts start to fill the box.
Schultz. He'll bury forward. He'll get that first down. Oh, and a flag flies out of there. After the play was dead. The Maine South sideline was pretty happy about that.
Dead ball foul, personal hit, late hit number 72 on the offense. 15-yard penalty.
Lockport's first penalty of the night will back this one up. They'll come back into their territory at the 48-yard line. Colin Krzyzkowski flagged for that foul.
And they had the drive stalled by the fumble deep in Maine South territory. Now this drive they got going pretty well. Now they get behind the sticks because of the penalty. So a couple self-inflicted wounds.
Well, the whole sticks moved with them, so it will be first down and 10. 3:05, clock moving here in the first half. Timashek under pressure. Goes down as he throws. The battle. Lockport fans want a flag. There is none coming. Kevin Wolf had the coverage on Ryan Little. They just kind of got tied up there.
You have 2 things. One, inadvertent coverage. 2, was that a catchable ball? Probably not.
There's Kevin Wolf. Ryan Little, a couple of touchdown catches in the semifinal win over Loyola. 2nd and 10. On the delay. Schultz is covered up. Closing quickly from the backside was Teddy Gianaris. CCL Defensive Player of the Year. He will end up at an Ivy League school. He has not yet decided where he is headed. Gianaris, 237-pounder. Chased him down from the backside. Short gain. And now sets up a 3rd down and 8. sails over his head. Number 5, there was Cole Chakowski. He had the coverage.
Chakowski, grandfather, Chick Chakowski, a Hall of Fame football coach. Nice cover corner.
Cole's dad's a coach in Glenbrook South. You know, in fact, Dave Insera, the head coach for Maine South, played against Chick Chakowski when Insera was a student at Maine South. Chakowski at New Trier, the Hall of Famer. Timashek will kick once again. Maine South down by 7. We'll have under 2 minutes when we come back. 7-0. Lockport in the 8A championship.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Everybody's been bundling up here this weekend. Temperatures in the 30s here in the final night of high school football season on Thanksgiving weekend. Maine South onto the field. Prior to this snap, each team has run 26 plays in this half.
This has been the exact kind of football game that we anticipated for 8A final. Defenses have been dominant.
Keefe will get it to Sajenko. Unable to squirt free. He does get about 3 yards on first down.
They want to get him as many touches as possible. He had 456 yards and 9 TDs in the first couple rounds of these playoffs. 14 touchdowns overall. What a run it's been in the playoffs.
Sajenko started the playoffs with a 270-yard, 6-touchdown effort against New Trier.
Augusto's in the slot. He's been the go-to guy from the passing game in the first half.
They're looking his direction. They were looking right at him. The ball got away from Keefe.
You know, they list Augusto at 5'9". I mean, he looks like he's 6'1", 6'2". Just a sophomore. No, I'm going to believe them, but I'm just saying he's got a different physique than they list him at.
3 catches for 28 yards. You know, Augusto at the beginning of the year, you know, you're growing in your early years of high school. He may have been 5'9" when this roster came out.
Good point.
Big third down here.
Heck, his field position. You have to get the ball back.
Keefe in trouble. Looking to create. Finds his man as Sajenko. Big time play for Rowan Keefe. Sajenko stayed with the route, then broke the route. The chains will move. 63 seconds to play in the first half.
Boy, Keefe has a little bit of an ankle issue. You'd never know it then. He avoided contact. Chased down from the front side. Chased down from the back side.
We'll go to the outside. Augusto trying to get out of bounds. The Porters will not let him. Ball near midfield. Evan Augusto, the favorite receiver tonight. And that's Danny Martisek, one of the players going both ways for Lockport. Franciscovich thought he had ripped it loose before that whistle had blown.
See the coaching staff of Maine South telling the young sophomore, you got to get out of bounds.
Coming up at halftime, first half highlights and stats. As of right now, only one scoring highlight to be had. We'll have the Menards game summary, and then Mark will revisit those keys to the game. David Sayre came into this game saying we have to get the ball into the hands of Mike Sajenko. Now the question is, if I told you, Mark, he has touched the ball on 15 of those 30 plays, is that enough?
I think so. When you're out of 30 plays, you're going to have to touch his pretty good job offensive scheme-wise, getting the best player the football as many times as you can. 50% is a really good average, and the passes to Augusto really have been a big part of this first half as well. The sophomore receiver has been a bona fide target of their fine quarterback, Rowan Keefe.
That last play was enough for a first down. Maine South using the first of his 3 timeouts. Good protection, but Keefe will run away from him. He has some room on that sideline. Keefe hightailing it down that left side, gets out of bounds near the 40-yard line.
And there's a senior savvy, because he does have the presence of mind. Scrambles, play breaks down, tucks it in, and knows that he's going to get out of bounds and save some precious seconds on the scoreboard and keep this drive alive.
It's another first down in the process. And may have just drawn an offsides call, an encroachment call against Lockport. It should be first down and 5.
And South got a little something going.
Dead ball foul, encroachment on the defense. Number 99, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Even more illustration of the senior savvy quarterback. They send 3 receivers to the near wide side of the field. Porters rush forward, ball on the ground. And Lockport will have it. We've seen 2 turnovers on snaps to the quarterback. And it was Cole Silzer that came up with it to stop the Maine South drive with 37 seconds to play and a half.
Cole Silzer right around the football. He'll play at EIU, Eastern Illinois, next year. But the defensive tackle right there at 6'3", 250 makes that play and thwarts a would-be Maine South potential scoring drive.
You may have seen Keefe, just his eyes glance up as that ball was about knee-high.
See Silzer put that ball above his head. He's a state shot put champion. He looked like he was going to shot put that football.
37 seconds. Porters have all 3 timeouts remaining. Stepping out in the pocket, Timashek stays on his feet. He'll get to midfield. Now, if you're looking for receivers, he's got a big target. A great connection with Ryan Little, who stands 6'4". So as this first half winds down and the Porters use their first time out, this would be a situation you could have George Chart going up top and going big to your 6'4" receiver.
Yeah, and if you're going to do that, you need to get another 10 to 15 yards for the arm strength of Timashek to throw the ball to the end zone for what would be like a last play of the half ball to the end zone. So you still got to pick up some yardage on this next 2 plays.
No, earlier in this half, you mentioned that Corey Dillard calls the plays for Lockport, but it's a unique situation. You know, you asked George Chart, your offensive coordinator, and he says, well, we've got about 6 guys that all have input, so they're all offensive coordinators. It's just Dillard ends up calling the plays.
Yeah, that's when you have a complete staff and you have confidence in your staff. And staffs have meetings, both sides of football, defensive staff, offensive staff. They put a game plan together. And that's when you trust, as a head coach, you trust your staff to do just that.
5 former players of George Chart through the years are on this Lockport coaching staff. See Ty Schultz right alongside Timashek. Martisek in motion. Flooding that side with receivers. Over the middle. Catch is made. 31-yard line. Keegan Roberson. 19 yards. They'll look to set the chains and look to start the clock. 20 seconds to play in the first half.
Roberson, second in the state in wrestling. Just an overall great athlete.
Delivering to the left side. The intended receiver was Ethan Gallagher. Gallagher was looking for a flag. It was Locascio on the coverage. Locascio had a key fumble recovery to deny the Porters when they were down at the 3-yard line earlier in this period.
Timashek has a nice array of receivers to spread the ball around to.
With 10 seconds left, Lockport will use its second timeout.
Probably too far for a field goal. To be, 47 yards from this point. And you would have time for one more play, and then it would be field goal if that's the way they play it. Or you could throw this one to the end zone.
Well, if you're looking field goal, Gabriel Zacco has the range. He's 9 of 10 this year, as long as 42 yards. It'll be interesting to see how they play it. Dave Inseret, the head coach from Maine South. The discussion with his defensive unit.
The wind would be against a would-be field goal opportunity at this point. And this wind, like every other place, just continues to swirl at times as well.
Yeah, there is an opening right where the wind can come through here. You have the Chesapeake Practice Center, you have the stands on the near side of the field, and there's an opening. There are the numbers on Timashek in the first half. He has 10 seconds to build on those numbers.
Safety's back 15 yards, protecting against an explosive touchdown.
He has time. Delivers. He's looking for one man. That was Danny Martizik. And there are about 4 white jerseys in the vicinity.
Yeah, deep drop zone defense by Maine South. Really solid defensively, knowing where they need to protect, knowing where the goal line's at. And again, on this play, they'll give up anything they want in front.
Eleven players looking in the near sideline. Frank Bartell, number 15, knowing he will be challenged here in the final 5 seconds.
Bartell, one of the safeties.
Porters use the final timeout of this half.
Well, Bartell and Tchaikovsky, they're twin safeties. They are playing about 15 yards back, and they know they have one and only job, and that's not let the ball get behind them.
Tallest man in that cluster is the quarterback, Hayden Timashek. His brother, Hyatt Timashek, also on this team, tight end. It's going to be one that's going to be very much in attention of a lot of college folks, just a junior.
So Bartell is 5'10". Tchaikovsky is 5'11", and Little, the wide receiver, is 6'4". So you alluded to that earlier. Just throw one up and let Little try to high point a football.
Let's see where Ryan Little lines up. He'll head to the right side. Cisiek will head there with him. Final 5 seconds of the first half. Looking to the end zone. Barteller make that. Tchaikovsky knocking it away. And that will close out our first half. So Maine South denies Lockport twice here in the second half late. In the second quarter late as this ball, Tchaikovsky, a good job just to knock it away, make sure it is unable to be caught by anybody in a maroon jersey. Donnie Tillman is down on the field. Donnie.
All right, thanks, guys. Coach, both defenses being stingy out here in the first half. Talk about the way your boys are playing so far.
Like you said, both defenses are playing stingy. We're trying to keep the ball in front, come up and rally and tackle, and always trying to keep an eye where number 30 is and trying to make sure they don't get behind us.
First to the scoreboard, you think that'll hold, or you need more in the second half?
We're definitely going to need more. I mean, you can see them. You know, they're strong, powerful runners when they do catch the ball. That, you know, we got to get a little bit of a cushion. You know, but
always makes the coach happy, right?
Absolutely, especially a defensive guy. We need a lot of points to help us out.
All right, good luck in the second half. Appreciate your time. All right, guys, send it back to you.
George Chart is a defensive guy, and he likes this defensive maneuver after the bobbled snap. His man is on the bottom of the pile. fumble recovery, Cole Silzer, and that's why Maine South being shut out here at the half, 7-zip.
Leaving the house, not easy. When you need healthcare that's easy, you need OSF On-Call Urgent Care. When and where you need it, in person or online. OSF On-Call Urgent Care.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
To help me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Roommates, not easy. When you need healthcare that's easy, you need OSF On-Call Urgent Care. In person or online. OSF On-Call Urgent Care.
It's halftime here at Husky Stadium, your Class 8A state championship ball game. Lockport holding that 7-0 lead over Maine South in a battle of a couple of 12-1 teams. Dave Bernhard with you, along with Mark Lindo. And Mark, it is so much fun leading up to games when we talk about, what are we looking for and analyzing before the game starts. But I get the sense that this is playing exactly as how we saw it would.
Yeah, absolutely. You got two very physical teams, two hard-hitting teams. Been some turnovers have been involved in this football game, but for the most part, the people in the trenches have dominated this game. There's some nice skill athletes, but they haven't found any space to operate thus far because of the defense on both sides.
I know you took all week preparing for this game just for 3 keys. How are they shaping up here?
Well, I think they're shaping up exactly like we anticipated. We thought, the team that stayed ahead of the sticks on first down and created some opportunities would have some offensive firepower. Well, basically that hasn't happened because of the defense. The second thing we looked at was win the battle in the box, the line of scrimmage. That's been a draw. That's why it is just a one-score game at this juncture. The big bodies up front negating each other, and then make a championship play. Well, we've seen 1 touchdown only. We've seen a couple fumble recoveries, but when will we see that play in the second half? When will we see that big play that stands out and you basically can call a clincher for either one of these teams?
Well, Tony Cornish Jr. is standing by, and Tony, we've done all we could. We've got you a good first half in the books. Take us home here during halftime.
Thank you, gentlemen, so much. It's been a great first half. I'm a defensive guy. I like the good defense in the trenches and the grit that goes on down there, and the guys fighting for position and fighting to dominate. And, of course, the skill position players are looking for room outside to operate a little bit. But my story goes like this. It's, the skill position players have to come up with a big play, a timely play, and they have to do it quickly because the time out here, the quickness that we see out in this field, you don't have much time to make a lot of different decisions out there. You have to be quick. You have to have quick feet. You have to have a focus and great vision. We're yet to see a game breaker, but I give my tip of the hat, though, a little bit to Ty Schultz right now, making great plays. I want to give him the rock a little bit more if I'm not Lockport coaching staff, because he's making some things happen out there for the Porters. He has the lone touchdown, of course, in this contest for the Porters as they lead 7-zip at halftime in the Class 8A championship game, and he has been playing lights out. Will he do it in the second half? Will he be that catalyst? Well, we'll talk about that. Here's a touchdown play right here from Ty Schultz, giving his team the 7-point lead at the half. We'll be back with more.
Your car is more than just transportation. It's a gathering place. Your mobile community. At SEFCU, we get that. So we offer car loans with great rates, flexible terms, and no hidden fees. We work with you to get the loan you need for the vehicle you want, because getting there together is better than going it alone. SEFCU, not a bank, better.
Do you see the world the way I do? My mom says I play too many video games, but what she doesn't know is that I'm actually making more money than she is as a YouTuber.
Lacey, do you know why there's a new car in the driveway with a bow on it?
You're welcome, Mom. At OSF Healthcare Children's Hospital of Illinois, they see the world the way I do. They put kids first, with care designed just for me.
IHSA, committed to keeping student athletes safe. Through educational initiatives and national partnerships, we're going the distance to develop safer protocols for our teams. Plus, we continue to improve scheduling and conditioning to reduce injuries from preseason through each state championship. 31 sports, 350,000 student athletes, and one goal, player safety. The IHSA, the future plays here.
And once again, welcome back to Husky Stadium here in DeKalb. Again, we're at halftime in the Class A 8A championship game. And as you can see, Lockport with a 7-zip lead over Maine South, the Hawks right now. Lockport Porter's 7-point, not victory, but lead at the halftime. Donnie Tillman joining me now. And Donnie, what have been your impressions so far?
I don't know if it's just the temperature or the offenses have gone cold too, but you know what? You have to give the defenses a lot of credit because right now, as you talked about earlier, Tony, in the trenches, they both are going head-to-head, pounding and trying to, stop the other from moving the ball and moving the sticks.
Now the chess match begins. We talked about it so often at halftime, making changes, finding what things that you think are going to work and move that ball. For Lockport, of course, they want to get the ball, I think, to Ty Schultz a little bit more because he's been productive.
Oh, definitely. And you know what? Both teams have tried to stretch the field a little bit too, so we'll see if they continue to go to that in the second half because as we talked about, they need a big play. Somebody needs to make a game-breaking type play in order to, stretch this field and put more points on the scoreboard because 7-0, not sure that's going to hold up throughout this entire matchup.
Maine South, talk a little bit about them. They have to find a way to get some points on the board. And let's take a look really quickly at our Menards game summary, talking about points on the board. First downs, about even right now. Rushing yards, though, Lockport with a 105-39 advantage. Passing yards, about even, 99-91. Give Maine South the advantage. Total yards, 196-138 for Maine South.
Yeah, you know what, Sony, also, they've had some opportunities where they fumbled the ball, and, Lockport is taking possession.
Turnovers.
Yes, so Maine South has been able to move the ball. They need to continue to hold on to the ball and, increase the number of plays they have throughout the game.
And there you see the time of possession as well, just about even. Again, adjustments have to be made. Got to find some ways for Maine South to get some points on the board. Get that energy back.
Oh, definitely. But you know what? A close game like this, can't go wrong with that.
Defensive battle, no doubt about it. And the crowd, great crowd out here. Tremendous
crowds. Loud into the game. Here are the fans right here. I mean, they've been rocking and rolling all game. So we'll see. We know we'll see this in the second half.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We come back, more analysis as we get ready to head to the second half action here at the Class 8A Championship. You're watching the IHSA State Championship game here, the Class A 8A ranks. Don't go away. More coming up.
At Illinois State University, our legacy is one of preparing students to create, to explore, to lead, to make an impact. Our students graduate on time, find success in their field, and make a difference in the world. That's our legacy. What will yours be? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
It's here. The Menards Black Friday sale. Hurry in for best selection. Price is good through December 5th. Power all of your devices with this 30-pack of double or AAA batteries. They're just $3.98 after rebate. A bath set is the perfect gift to give this holiday season. These Dove men's and Axe bath sets are just $7.97 each. Check out these and more amazing Black Friday deals at Menards. Available in store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards. There's more here than meets the eye. Corn is in the food that nourishes us. It's in the medicine and vitamins and other products that sustain us. It's in the daily essentials that help us navigate and create in the world. It's renewable and sustainable, better for our world and our future. Corn is all this and more. And the best part? It's homegrown by local farm families, right here in Illinois.
We know it's difficult to decide where to invest first each year, but your farm and family depend on it. We want you to have your most successful season yet, and that's why we've cataloged over 12 million corn plants and 20,000 germinating seeds. Whether you're just beginning to monitor equipment performance or fine-tuning your equipment, our dealers are here to help. This is your year to know that you're doing the best you possibly can for your farm and your family.
And once again, welcome back to Husky Stadium again. Class 8A championship game. We're at halftime. Lockport, the Porters, up 7-0 over Maine South right now. Hawks looking to find a way, hopefully, to get back in this ball game. We got to score some points on the board. Defensive battle, as we expected so far. Yes, it's happened. It's been a game of toughness in the trenches, of trying to find a way to move the football. Here you can see it, what I'm talking about. The Porters are on deck, and they're fighting hard, and Maine South is coming at you, but right now it's that Lockport defense making things happen. They're excited, they're compassionate, and here, the problem, turnovers for Maine South. Lockport taking advantage, coming up with fumble recoveries. They've had 2 of them, of course, over the course of the first 2 quarters. Here's the big touchdown run. 15 carries for this young man, 90-plus yards so far. That touchdown, he has been an answer man for Lockport, no doubt about it, and I'll tell you what, is exciting to watch as well. Again, we're here at halftime. 7-0 is your score. Lockport over Maine South right now, but a lot more football coming up in the second half here at Husky Stadium. And again, this is the Class 8A championship game. It's pretty exciting action going on throughout all 4 quarters, and we expect an electrifying second half here in DeKalb. Don't go away. We've got more coming up.
Together, we made it through one of the most challenging years in our lives.
Together, we helped our schools and students achieve great things.
We all partnered and struggled and overcame together.
Because we know, together, we can do great things.
Now, we aim to be better than ever.
We are IEA, the Illinois Education Association, and we all are stronger together.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
This broadcast is copyrighted by the IHSA, the NFHS Network, and Gray Media Group Incorporated. Any other use of this broadcast or internet stream without the express written consent of the IHSA, the NFHS Network, and Gray Media Group Incorporated is strictly prohibited.
Both teams have come back onto the field here at halftime. Dave Fernhardt along with Mark Lindo upstairs. Donnie Tillman is down on the field. And for the fans, they've really come out here tonight supporting Maine South, supporting Lockport, and your general fans. I really feel like, Mark, these 15-minute halftime plus the 3-minute warm-up period, it's been a time for all these fans to just kind of relax a little bit. This has been high intensity since the teams came out for warm-ups prior to the game.
Yeah, and we talked about it at halftime, and it was one of our keys is when will that big play happen? Will it be a big positive play? Will it be a big misplay? You never know when that will occur. And both teams have found themselves in position at halftime. Both teams want to be in position in the fourth quarter to make that play happen down the stretch. And you still think that the stars need to shine for both teams. And you take Mike Sajenko, for example. He had 15 touches in the first half out of 31 plays, 9 carries for 30 yards, 6 catches for 28 yards for the two-time All-Stater who had almost 13 yards rushing coming in. And for Maine South, he has to be a difference maker in the second half. Rowan Keefe, their fine quarterback, he's extended some plays with his feet, but have not been able to get the big completion downfield. We'll see if the Maine South Hawks can get a big explosive play.
You said Maine South ran 31 plays in the first half. That's exactly the number of plays that Lockport ran. 15 of those plays were running plays to Ty Schultz, and as Tony mentioned, up over 90 yards, officially 98 yards, and Ty Schultz had that one stretch of 9 carries in a row, and then they somewhat deviated from that. However, it's been very effective, his touchdown run, the only scoring of the game. Donnie Tillman, we said he's down on the field, and he's got the head coach for Maine South, Dave Sarah.
All right, guys, I've got Coach here. What did you tell your team at halftime?
Yeah, inside we got to tackle a little better. They're spreading us out and then running the football, so we've got to be able to tackle a little better, shoulder square inside. Offensively, take care of the ball. We seem to be moving the ball a little bit, but when it's getting down closer, we're running out of steam. So we just got to stay the course, keep playing Hawk football. Just take care of the ball, tackle a little better. It's a great game right now.
I was going to say a defensive battle like this, sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't like it. It's close, but nonetheless, you're right there.
We like close. We got 24 plus left in our careers.
All right, good luck, Coach, in the second half. Appreciate it. All right, guys, back to you.
Why does Dave Sarah like close? Well, how about coming from behind in the second round of the playoffs to defeat Plainfield North 21-18 after trailing 14-0. Oh, and then in the quarterfinals, 14-13 win over Neuqua Valley, and then finally 35-33 against Marist in the semifinals. That's the last 3 games in the playoffs decided by a total of 6 points.
And don't think he didn't share that with his team, that they've, guys, we've been here, done that. We get down the stretch, we make it, into the last 4, 5, 6 minutes of this football game. We have proven that we know how to win down the stretch, and that's what they want to do here in the third quarter, is get themselves in position in quarter number 4.
And there is that playoff road for Maine South, a team that is very experienced getting to the state finals. 6 state championships in Maine South's history, starting in 95, and then in 2000, Dave and Sarah picked up titles in 08, 09, 10, and 16, had 3 straight second-place finishes. So no stranger to being in this situation. Lockport, we mentioned a few times, they won the title in back-to-back years in 2002 and 2003, and we are 24 minutes away from crowning the 2021 state championship in Class 8A, a class that I think a lot of folks coming in, Loyola may have been the favorite, but a lot of folks said it was wide open. But in the end, you've got 2 teams that have battled their way through the playoffs, and boy, have they battled here in the first half. And I want Mark to go back to your big plays. Don't you just get the sense, at least in the first half, any single one of those plays, whether it been to Sigjenko, to Schultz, whether it been Keefe or Timashek, could be that big one, could be that big offensive play.
Well, there's no doubt about that. Lockport had 5 plays of 15-plus yards, so they've been right there for the home run ball. They haven't been able to bust it yet. They've had a couple missed plays at key times, and you take a look at their fine quarterback, Hayden Timashek. He's got to get the ball into Danny Martizek's hands in the pass game. You mix that in and get Gallagher a couple touches, and you get that diversity in your offense will open up running lanes for Ty Schultz.
Lockport will get their hands on the ball first. Now, in this quarter, they will have the wind somewhat their back. It's blowing from left to right, not directly behind the back of the Porters, but about 11 miles per hour, but a definite wind advantage going in their direction. Got a quick look at Joey Manzo. He is deep along with Danny Martizek. for Lockport. The only scoring in our game came at the 1:43 mark of the first quarter. That's when Ty Schultz went in from 11 yards out, and that was it. Lockport was inside the 5-yard line before a high snap. Maine South on a tough snap gave it away at about the 30-yard line. The 16-yard line. Martisek will run it up into a pile. Well, at this situation, are there adjustments to be made, or is it just go out and play football?
Well, I think you made some adjustments in your locker room, and then you'll feel out the opposition, what adjustments they make, and then you'll chess match and adjust accordingly right now. But there's not too many things you change. I mean, you're in a one-score ball game, 7-0. Both teams have to be happy with where they're at. Ball security going to be the utmost importance here in the second half.
Lockport will start in the air. Roberson makes the grab, and he is brought down immediately on the tackle is Kevin Wolf. Roberson's 4th catch of the night.
Like the fact that they get the ball out early, out of Timashek's hands, try to get the ball out on the perimeter. Fake handoff to Schultz on a little play action.
Roberson came in as the 3rd leading receiver in terms of number of receptions. Started the night with 29. Ryan Little's been quiet. 48 catches coming into this game. The pitch to Schultz. Tries to get to the corner. Can't turn the edge. Great pursuit from that Maine South defense.
This little toss sweep and blocking just really never set up the way they would have needed to. Like 101 yards now for Schultz.
3rd and 5 here in the opening possession of the 3rd quarter. Ball into the air and incomplete. That was off the hands of Little.
Little at 6'4". That ball was just a little bit too tall, probably 6'5", 6'6", and that was up there a long time for a possible pick.
So Timashek in that short punt formation, but the Hawks now this time they will send someone deep. They'll make sure this punt is covered. And that was blocked. So the short formation, penetration inside, and that punt is blocked. And Maine South will have it inside the Lockport 40.
Tommy Lacascio comes up with it. The defense gets a stop. Special teams makes a play. And when we mark it down, will that be key play number 1 of this football game?
On the block, it was Emmett Wolf. Wolf 6'3", he used all of it. Got his hand on the ball, and exactly what Maine South fans wanted.
That's that leverage that he showed and demonstrated low and underneath. He went to get into the line, then he got that big hand up and got that football. Gives us Hawks good field position on the special teams play.
Keith wants it all. And Martisek will pull it in. Interception, Danny Martisek, spectacular.
You talk about great catches offense. We talk about Martisek. He had 2 interceptions last week, and that was a huge, huge play. Not just because of the interception, but an incredible athletic play. Ball overthrown. Martisek stays with it. Over the shoulder, Willie Mays. He made, look at that catch. Look at that catch to get the takeaway. Unbelievable. Another angle of it. Wow.
You know, and that was a situation, too, where a lot of defensive backs would have said, okay, this ball's well overthrown, and that's it. We'll let it fall. Last 2 possessions, Maine South fumbled, and now they've thrown interception. But the Porters will have to start from their 2-yard line. They'll grind it out near the 5.
So each team with basically a turnover. I mean, you know, the punt blocks, a pseudo turnover, if you will, then the interception. And who will blink first and turn the situation into points?
Back-to-back plays in the opening 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Ty Schultz up to 105 yards. He has the only score in this game. Schultz, stiff arms to the outside 15-20. Ty Schultz left sideline. He's at the 40. Schultz near midfield. Once he hit the corner, Ty Schultz turned it upfield for 44 yards and a big first down.
And a big play by a big play guy. Bumps it to the outside. Pursuit was missed. Finally bumped out of bounds, but not before that 44 touchdown saving tackle, at least for that moment, made on the perimeter by Frank Bartell.
So all of a sudden, from the 2-yard line to the 49-yard line. This time it's Andrew Lepresti. Lepresti zigzags his way through for about 10 yards. It was Lepresti who started early in the season when Schultz was still recovering from that ACL surgery just a few months prior. And for a while, Schultz and Lepresti shared the duties. And now this 11-yard pickup for the senior running back gives the Porters the ball in Maine South territory.
And they do play 2-back set with he and Schultz at times.
Completion. He gets it to Ryan Little.
Seeing how one big play sparks the offense, and they're back in that rhythm we saw them in the first half.
This is a Lockport team that plays with emotion. They are led by their quarterback, Hayden Timashek. A passion for the game, a passion for his position. Lepresti, slippery around the left side. Andrew Lepresti listed 5'11", and he's just scooted out to the side, and he gives Schultz a little bit of a breather. Schultz back in.
You talk about him scooting to the outside. He is a track athlete. State finals in the 4x200 meters, so he can put it into overdrive with he accelerates.
Lepresti leads. He's part of a group of running backs that have averaged 7.7 yards per carry tonight.
There's that 2-back step we talked about. Right after we talk about, they go to it.
Schultz trying to pick his spots. Turned back at the 25-yard line.
Schultz really patient on that run. He kind of waited, let the play develop. Right there, see him probing, using his vision, bumps at the outside.
Bartell there for the stop. He got underneath of Schultz. Frank Bartell all over this field for the Hawks.
Lockport's theme is we over me, meaning the team's bigger than any individual. Right now they're playing in unison on this drive.
Timashek. Ball popped into the air. Ethan Gallagher, though, is able to come and get it. There was a potential for a turnover. And that was deflected once again at the line. That may have been Wolf again that got a hand on the ball. He blocked the punt moments earlier.
Gallagher, just an overall athlete. He plays basketball, he runs track, he plays football, he plays offense, he plays defense, does a little bit of everything for the Porters.
Another one of those multi-sport athletes. State finals in that 4x200 in track. Quarterfinals, Gallagher, and an interception and a fumble recovery. Play clock at 2, at 1. They get the snap off. Need a couple of yards for a first down, and they'll be short, I believe. Let's see the spot of the ball. Big hit put on by Teddy Gianaris, number 51, right in the middle of your screen.
Gianaris just swarms the football. You've called his name too many times for the liking of Porter fans, I'll tell you that. Just a nose for the football, a playmaker on their defensive side. Stellar.
You got help from Jimmy Brander. Middle linebacker. There's Brander, number 4. Andrew Blackburn forced along with Cole Silzer. 235 and 250. They play the defensive line. They're in offensively. Here on 4th down, a yard to go for Lockport.
Heavy bodies in. Smash mouth football coming at you.
Timashek to keep it. He'll flip it out. First down. And they go to the big bodies. Andrew Blackburn forced with the reception. How about that?
How about that big fella right there getting out and around. Everybody's packed in. thinking it's smash mouth football. They put the big guy out in the route. Look at those soft hands he demonstrates right there at 6'3", 235, Blackbird Forest.
So the Porters come up big on 4th down. It's 1st down and goal. Schultz trying to find a hole. Brander says we'll stop right there. Jimmy Brander on the stop.
This drive started what? At their 1-yard line, 2-yard line?
The 2-yard line. That big 44-yard run by Ty Schultz got it out to midfield. The 4th down conversion keeps it alive. 2nd down and goal. Lepresti on the right, number 7 on the left is Schultz in the backfield. Little play action. And thrown a little bit too low for Schultz to handle. Now remember, this entire drive started with that spectacular interception by Danny Martizek. That came one play after a block punt that gave Maine South the ball. We've played over half this quarter, and Maine South has had the ball for one play from scrimmage. A total of 9 seconds for Maine South offensively.
Of course, seeing a 2-back set.
To the corner. Incomplete. They were looking for Martizek. It was Locascio along with Chakowski on the coverage.
And why would you not look for Martizek? He's the go-to guy along with Little, and he just couldn't finish the deal.
They'll bring on Gabriel Zacco. Zacco 9 of 10 in field goals, as long of 42. This will be about 26 yards.
Got the wind behind him.
In fact, that wind is blowing directly at his back at that angle.
Play clock ran out. It's going to cost him increased distance on this field goal.
They did get a timeout. We'll take a timeout. We come back. Field goal attempt coming up. 5:33 playing the third.
Builder's Warehouse is home of the one price covers it quartz countertop. Don't be surprised by fees, be surprised by quartz beauty. Quartz countertops. Get it done and get it done right at Builder's Warehouse, or start planning at bwpeoria.net.
Other dealers tell you why to buy from them. At Bob Grimm Chevrolet, we want our customers, like Russell, to share the day-to-day experience the Bob Grimm way.
Efficient with my time, better experience than any other previous dealerships.
Make 2021 the year you drive away in a Chevrolet, the Bob Grimm way.
The IHSA, committed to keeping student-athletes safe. Through educational initiatives and national partnerships, we're going the distance to develop safer protocols for our teams. Plus, we continue to improve scheduling and conditioning to reduce injuries from preseason through each state championship. 31 sports, 350,000 student athletes, and one goal, player safety. The IHSA, the future plays here.
7-0. Maine South would like to see that score remain 7-0. Lockport would like to add 3 to it. Will be off the hold of Brady Pfeiffer and the foot of Gabriel Zacco. A 26-yard attempt from just inside the right hash. Tough snap. Zacco will drill it through. Pfeiffer, great hold, puts it down, and Lockport will take a 10-0 lead. Starting from their own 2-yard line, it results in this 3.
Yeah, really solid job by Pfeiffer, who got that ball down. He had to go to his right, turn his torso to make that catch, and he was able to get that ball down squarely in a hurry. And George Zart's team has a 2-possession lead now.
What a turnaround we saw. A block punt put Maine South in great field position, A ball that was well overthrown. Nobody should have had a chance to catch it from Rowan Keefe over his intended receiver, and Danny Martizek comes up with a diving over the head interception, and all that happens from there is from the 2-yard line, a 44-yard run. Throw in a couple of other key plays, 2-back set, and the field goal. And the confetti flies here at Husky Stadium. How about a 14-play drive from the 2-yard line?
89 yards. They chewed 5 minutes of clock playing keep away. And they're happy right now to get their defense back on the field after this kickoff the way they've been putting their cleats in the ground and making stops, flying to the football.
We get a good look at Gabriel Zacco, a soccer star. 2-time All-Midwest soccer player. You're talking about multiple sport athletes. How about Zacco? In track, he was second in state in 110 high hurdles and 300 hurdles. And, let's throw in a 4.5 out of 4.0 grade point average.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they have 15 players with a 4-point or better on a 4-point scale. How about that for stressing academics in the program?
Mike Sajenko, one of the deep backs, along with Frank Bartell, to receive this kickoff. Zacco's not even going to give him a chance. Puts this one deep into the end zone. Maine South with 5:29 will have to start from its 20-yard line. Well, if you're Charlie Bliss, the offensive coordinator for Maine South, you've been studying film all week on this Lockport Porter defense, and now you need to solve it right here. So we passed the midway point of the third quarter.
Well, the Maine South offensive line is not a big one. They hope to have a little bit more quickness. Definitely Lockport's defensive line bigger than the offensive line of Maine South. But can they get a little movement with their offensive line to get some kickoffs on the perimeter to allow some running lanes to start to occur?
Maine South averaging 213 on that offensive front. Keep on the move. His favorite receiver tonight has been Evan Augusto.
Augusto did a little bit of out, came back to football right at the sticks as Maine South rolls the pocket on first down.
It's the 5th reception for the sophomore Augusto. Enough for a first down. Augusto comes all the way through. Sajenko, the carry, looks across the outside. He gets a block on the outside. Lockport defense recovers. Sajenko get about 8 yards on that carry.
Martizek with a one-on-one tackle in space, but Sajenko with a little bit of a lane for the first time. Bounced to the outside.
That was Martizek that came hard and knocked him out. Officially 7 yards for Mike Sajenko.
Sajenko just has not been able to get in that rhythm. You know, the carry, 6-6-6. He has not been able to do that yet. We'll see if they can get him involved.
That one got away from Keefe. Once again, looking for Augusto. And Martizek with the flag thrown. They may be looking at him. The Maine South folks certainly thought so. Well, there is a penalty flag down. This one got away from Keefe a little bit.
Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 1 on the defense. 15-yard penalty.
And you can tell this huge crowd from Lockport not too happy. On the other side, Maine South will take it.
See, so that's not pass interference. Unsportsmanlike conduct, so it doesn't matter if it's a catchable ball or not.
That moves it up across midfield. He dances. Went through the hands of Locascio, but it hits the ground before the second receiver. Now Ryan Pothass can bring it in. A 10-0 lead with 4:53. Is this getting close to a must-score time for Maine South, especially given Lockport's defensive capabilities?
I think it is, and it doesn't have to be this drive, but I would tell you this. I think Maine South has to score next in this football game.
2nd and 10 on the move. Locascio has it. Depending on the spot of the ball, he'll be very close to the first down. They'll say it's enough to the 37-yard line.
Now, Rowan Keefe appears, at least tonight, he throws better when he is on the move rather than the pocket presence. When he's on the move, it seems like he is able to square his shoulders just a little bit better and deliver the football.
He's thrown 23 times, completed 15 for 120 yards. He's got 3 receivers bunched to the top. He hands it off, and the corners are there. You're looking at number 96, Andrew Blackburn-Force. He had a key reception leading to a field goal, and here he's going to get the tackle for loss on Mike Sajenko.
Boy, he just blew up his the blocking scheme of Maine South, and he made an individual play in the trenches for a big loss of 6. Good picture of there, looking right over the nose, causing havoc.
Double clutch for a moment. Locascio the catch, not much. Martisek tries to rip through, but that's where they'll blow the whistle, and it will be 3rd and long.
See, this particular play, Blackburn-Force got double teamed. That might happen the rest of the night. Trying to rip it away and strip it away, but no go.
Martisek tried to do the stripping, and then along came Dylan Schmutzler to help out as Martisek trying to punch that ball out. Locascio would have none of that. Huge 3rd down here. Hawks 2 of 6 on 3rd down. Keefe in trouble. He's buried. And his free ball comes free to Sajenko. And look at this. How about that?
That's the crazy play that we talk about, the big play. When would it happen? Lockport makes a huge play defensively. The ball comes up. As Sajenko comes up with a baseball, with a football. There's the hit. Sajenko's right there, football on the turf. He turns it right around for a first down, and now they're inside the red zone.
The big hit was Ethan Gallagher. The ball comes free. The one man on the field that Maine South will want to have pick it up is Mike Sajenko. And now the ball is at the 14-yard line. Keefe to the corner of the end zone, a bit too much. Looking for Will Gazaldo.
I like the fact they go to the end zone on the first play after a big play. Trying to keep the momentum going that way. Now you'll probably come back with having Sajenko get a touch.
Wow, what a crazy play. You've talked about it many times. It is not a round ball.
Exactly.
It came right to Sajenko, 2nd down.
This has been Evan Augusto time tonight for the sophomore receiver. He's got about a 5-yard cushion at the top of your screen.
Sajenko standing just to the left of Keefe in the backfield. On the slant to Augusto. It'll be first down and goal for Lemoine.
Yeah, they've been going to him where? Perimeter, perimeter, perimeter. That time he put his foot in the dirt and then came back across the grain for the post pattern.
Now they're in a hurry on the line from the 1-yard line, ready to snap it. They want to get there and make it happen. Sajenko, the handoff, denied. Oh, you saw Maine South rush to the line.
Try to play with tempo. Now they'll slow it down just a bit. Now the play caller coming from the sideline. Teams love to play with tempo after a big play.
Now from the 2-yard line. Keefe to keep it. Stretches forward and he's in. Touchdown run with 2:13 to play in the 3rd quarter, and Maine South their first points of the night.
He had one man behind him trailing, so he did have an option to pitch, didn't need to, knew where the goal line was at. Watch him string this play along because Sajenko's behind him, but he goes vertical himself, squares his shoulders, and gets into the end zone. And mark it down, the crazy play after the forced hit, the fumble. Sajenko gets it inside the 20, and that's how this game is completely turned around momentum now with Maine South.
Crucial extra point. Sam Taglia misses it wide right. It's a 4-point difference. Your 8A championship game, it doesn't get much better than this. Keith in, the extra point missed. 4-point difference, 2:13 to play in the third.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Husky Stadium for the Class 8A Championship. 10-6 Lockport lead over Maine South. Meet the families that make up 96% of Illinois farms and learn how Illinois runs on homegrown corn at www.watchusgrow.org.
Maine South averages 34 points a game. It took them to the 2:13 mark of quarter number 3 to put their first 6 points up on the board against his stingy Lockport defense. A crazy play kept that drive alive. It was a pretty impressive drive for the Hawks.
Wind having a little bit of effect on the ball on the tee. Big miss on the extra point. We've seen a few extra point misses tonight, and it's all been going in the direction to the north against the wind. A little bit of a cross breeze there. Taglia has this ball teed up at the 40. The ball hangs in the air a while. Full head of steam straight up the middle. Woo! Full speed ahead by Joey Manzo. And he nearly squirted through.
Man's only 5'10", a little shake and bake, but look at, he just goes ahead and just hits that pile straight on. No fear in his return game whatsoever. Watch him come right at you.
Well, good job of hanging on to that ball. Teddy Gianaris on special teams tried to pop that one loose. Big possession here for Lockport with 2:07 to play in the third. Schultz stacked up after a short pickup. 22nd carry of the night. Comes with about 2 minutes to play in the third. The Maine South player down. And that does not look good. They'll send both teams to the sidelines here as the injured player is attended to. Got caught in the middle of that pile.
Well, this has been a hard-hitting football game all evening long.
You know, back to that drive that resulted in that touchdown run by Keefe. That play that we were talking about, the fumble that Sajenko picked up, he picked that up and carried it 24 yards. That came on 3rd down and 11. The touchdown came on the 11th play of an 80-yard drive. That's getting the job done when you have to for Maine South.
Yeah, jarring hit, I believe, by Ethan Gallagher. The ball was on the turf. Sajenko picks it up. Johnny on the spot, as you will. He was in there to block. Ball hits the turf from the backside. He picks it up, parlays it into a first down. And the ensuing score.
Maine South fans fired up. That's because Teddy Gianaris gives them that fist pump. He was lying on the ground and he was twisting in pain. So a big key to the defense for Maine South will exit and he will head to the bench on the far side of the field.
And watch if he comes back in a play or two, because I think will come back in this football game as soon as he can, considering it's a state championship game. He won't be on the boundary too long.
Only about a yard pickup on first down, 2nd down and 9. Here comes the blitz. Timashek retreating and brought down. Jimmy Brander was coming, and he gets Hayden Timashek. 2nd sack of the night, and it brings it all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Brander's 4th sack of the season. Just using speed, relentless pursuit of the football right there. Ankle tackle. They brought extra bodies to the party in there. They get him behind the sticks.
Dave and Sarah calls Jimmy Brander a great high school player. You know, in the age of recruiting, it's refreshing to hear a coach say you've got a great high school player.
See him in the linebacker position right in the middle of your screen.
3rd and 20. Time in the pocket, over the middle, nobody home. Martisek cut his route short. And the Maine South defense comes up huge after their first score of the game.
You get a score, you get a 3-and-out with your defense, and you get momentum on your side. And we had mentioned they needed to score next in this game, and it was 10-0, and they did. Timashek surveys. And down the middle, nobody to be found as far as a possible receiver. Martisek and his quarterback, Timashek, not on the same page on that route.
For the first time tonight, Lockport will go into a conventional punting formation in a high snap. Timashek gets it down. End over end. Does it take a good hop? It takes a great hop. If you're a Lockport Porter fan, Will Gazaldo lets it go. But Maine South will have the ball with about 30 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. And they'll have a chance for the lead. It's a good thing that Timashek stands 6'7". That ball could have flown into the end zone.
Sideline warning, Lockport.
Lockport picks up a sideline warning. Of course, no infraction unless there is a second call of that nature. We'll have to back up just a bit. Well, we talked about at halftime, big plays. We've seen a few of them here in the 3rd quarter. I think we've got a few more coming our way.
And we talked about we want to see a 4th quarter game because that's what both coaches want to see. And we're all set up for that as Rowan Keith brings his team back on the field in a 1-score game.
The pitch this time to Sajenko. They look to get him to the outside. Sajenko, hard running. Mike Sajenko, we talked about him coming into this game, 1,300 yards on the season, average 7.5 per carry, 23 touchdowns, 14 of those coming in the playoffs, the 4 games leading up to this one.
He had a 6-touchdown game against New Trier. I mean, that's a year for a lot of people.
He added 5 more scores, the semifinal of the win over Marist.
14 in the playoffs.
He picked up 5 on that carry. They get it to him in a hurry. He's got Cerrone outside. Sajenko inflicts some punishment as he goes down. First down, Hawks.
They get him just on a little wheel route outside. Uses speed. What a nice block it was on the outside to free him.
Sajenko now 99 yards of total offense as we close the 3rd quarter. He's going to get over 100 on this one. Above his fumble. Picked up by Lockport. Turnover. The fumble recovery will go to Troy Mutz. Just as Maine South gets rolling, the Lockport defense comes up with another turnover.
Mutz, the free safety around the football. Turnovers have been a big part of this quarter and this half. Inside handoff. There's the strip.
Martisek with the strip.
Yeah, he just flat out stripped that football.
Well, Martisek tried to strip a receiver a few minutes ago, and this time he was able to get the running back Sajenko Mutz right there. The ball currently sitting at the 46-yard line of Maine South.
So we had a really quiet first half as far as big plays, and we've had 4 or 5 or 6 big plays in this quarter, some of them by the defense.
Now a long conversation here, not sure what to make of this.
Hopefully Bill Orris will explain to you.
They're just confirming that that ball did come out before maybe a knee was down by Sajenko. Sajenko's actually staying in the field. He thought he had a shot that maybe keep his offense out there, but instead Lockport to have it. 11 seconds to play in the third. Started on the ground. Schultz, it will bust through to 30, 25, 20. Ty Schultz down to the 15-yard line. Schultz just kept his feet moving and drove through for a 31-yard run.
Well, he made 2 people miss him at about the 30-yard line. Not 1, but 2 white shirts had a chance to tackle him. Inside handoff there. There's the 2 guys he made miss. He just split 2 defenders before finally being pushed out of bounds, but not before that nice pickup. Bartell might have saved a tackle or a touchdown.
Ball at the 15-yard line. Straight up the middle. And that will close our third quarter. We had a field goal. We had a touchdown, and those were the calm plays in the third quarter. It sets us up for the fourth. 10-6. Lockport on top of Maine South, the 8A title, to be decided in the next 12 minutes.
Great careers begin with Nika and the IBEW. Nika and the IBEW's 23,000 square foot training facility gives you real-world practical experience.
Earn as you learn as an electrical apprentice. You'll receive both the classroom and the hands-on training you need to succeed.
My education is being paid for, and I'll have 0 college debt.
Healthcare, a great pension. You really can't do better than working in the electrical trade.
Make this the last job application you will ever need to fill out. Apply now for the electrical apprenticeship. Nika and IBEW Local 34.
These human hands, up high and wide. These human hands. Yeah, I'm down, I'm not broke. Yeah, I'm tired, I'm not done. Yeah, I'm scared, I won't run, I won't run, I won't run. These human hands, up high and wide. These human hands, I will fly, I will fly. These human hands, up high and wide. These human hands, I will fly, I will fly, through the fog, I will roll.
The 2021 IHSA Football State Finals is brought to you by Illinois State University, where the total cost is in the lower half of Illinois public universities, and recent grads earn $12,000 more than the national average. Create your legacy at Illinois State. And by the Illinois Corn Growers Association. Meet the families that make up 96% of Illinois farms, and learn how Illinois runs on homegrown corn at www.watchusgrow.org.
Back at Husky Stadium, second down from the 11-yard line. Schultz will get the call. He'll get the carry. He'll take it about 3 yards short of a first down as we start the fourth quarter.
5'10", 195. He just keeps coming at you, coming at you, coming at you. Getting close to 23, 24, 25 carries is their fine running back, Ty Schultz.
Call comes in from the sidelines. I remember earlier in this game, a bad snap in this location, this general location, led to a turnover.
Watch Roberson in the slot.
Instead, Schultz behind his blockers, his feet churning, driving forward. Touchdown!
What a run that was. Usually superlative runs, you get the 20, 25, 30-yarders. Not this time. Look at that. He just keeps churning, churning, churning. He had one man to follow blocking-wise, and that was the big guy, Christoph Alexandros, the sophomore. He followed him through the end zone to about the 4-yard line. In the last 3 yards, he just carried the defense with him. Great picture of a young man who knows how to run the football.
Coming back from a torn ACL. Pfeiffer again gets the snap down. Zacco gets the kick through. The lead at 11, 17-6. But there's Ty Schultz, 200 yards on the night for a young man who overcame ACL surgery. They thought if he was lucky, he would be back for the playoffs. He had other ideas. Schultz said, nope, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back early. He came back week 3 in a 200-yard night and counting here in the state championship game.
Yeah, the sophomore Alexandros with the lead block, big 77, and the senior with the finish, culminating that drive, 17-6. The Porters in position.
Right now, Maine South keeping an eye on that clock. A lot of time in the fourth quarter, but they've been waiting all night long for that one big play.
Hayden Timashik said they have the offense of the Chiefs of 19, but the defense of the 85 Bears. Well, they need the defense right now to finish things off. The defense has been pretty stellar tonight, just 6 points up on the board for Maine South Hawks.
Put the ball in the right hash. You're looking at angles. You're looking for Mike Sajenko. He's across. He's near the other hash. So let's see where Zacco decides to place this one. He'll kick it away from Sajenko. Bartel will get an opportunity from the 7. Hemmed in. Bartel will get maybe to the 20. Well, the last time Maine South had the ball at about the 20-yard line, they did go 80 yards. Took advantage of a crazy fumble recovery for a 24-yard advancement. And that put their first touchdown on the board when quarterback went in, Rowan Keefe, for a short touchdown run.
And Rowan Keefe and his offense, they do not, I repeat, they do not have to be in any kind of hurry-up mode. 11-10 to go. Just stay with your offense. Stay with your game plan. They've loved this 2-by-2 set.
Keefe will flare it out to the left side. 7-yard pickup on first down. They get it into Sajenko's hands. Remember, he had 15 touches in the first 30 plays for Maine South tonight. There are the numbers for the senior.
Yeah, if any way they can get him touches. They got him 22. They wanted about 25. Really nice job because they basically flooded the ball deep, 4 receivers deep, and then just dropped the ball to Sajenko when the DBs fell back into coverage out in the flats and at the corners.
And the sprint out. First down, completion for Ryan Pothask.
Once again, throwing really well on the run was Keith. Potas just a 7-8 yard square out to the boundary.
Zinchenko sliding out of the backfield. Was thrown just a bit ahead of him. That stops the clock with 10:47 to play. Maine South chasing 2 scores. They need 2 touchdowns. It would take a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal right now.
Is where George Zard, who basically runs their defense, has to make some decisions. You continue to stay really aggressive, which has been good to you, or do you play a little bit softer on the back end to just keep the ball in front of you?
Keith has it knocked down at the line of scrimmage. I believe we've seen Rowan Keefe go deep one time tonight, and that was an interception. A spectacular interception by Danny Martisek. Everything else has been pretty intermediate or just little circle routes out of the backfield.
Look at 96 right in the middle of your screen. Blackburn forced right on the nose all night long, creating havoc on the defensive line.
3rd down and 10. Deep left side, and that ball got up in the air a little bit. Tommy Locascio, the intended receiver. On 4th down. Bring the punting unit on. 4th and 10. Manzo retreating. Receive this punt. Here's Ronan, punted away for the 4th time tonight. End over end. Manzo, a chance for a return here. Whichever way he turned, there was a white jersey, and here comes a flag. Right at the end, just as Manzo was going down. Flag now moved up to the 40-yard line. Here's our call from Bill Orris.
Personal foul, blindside block, number 1. Lockport, 15-yard penalty. Still first down.
Keep an eye on number 1, Danny Martisek.
He's engaged there. And then the late blindside block, good call. That's Martisek's second 15-yard penalty of the evening.
Porters with 10:24 to play, trying to protect the 11-point lead. Gain of a couple. Schultz goes up to 202 yards.
Steady diet of Ty Schultz, and why not?
Remember, he had 9 straight plays that he carried the ball in the first half. Long look to the near sidelines. Play clock at 15, plenty of time.
They'll use that play clock to help shorten the game now in a 2-possession football game.
Room up the middle. Schultz again, close to a first down. He snapped the ball now. It's taking about 35 seconds off the clock. 3rd down and a yard.
Offensive line, Krakowski, Gannon, DeVito, Alexandros, Aarons, right now, opening the lanes. Trying to get any kind of sliver for Ty Schultz to run through.
Looking for a yard to move the chains. It will be determined by the spot of the ball. This is going to be very close, but instead, I'll say it's more than enough. A little bit more than enough. That extra little effort right at the end. 8:46 to play. Fresh set of downs for the Porters.
So it gives you 4 downs. It gives you at least 2 minutes of scoreboard clock to chew up here every time you move those sticks now.
Penalty flag. Stops that clock with 8:33.
Dead ball foul. Full start. Number 5 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
That was on Keegan Roberson. He's been a very effective receiver tonight. Just got a little bit foot happy there. 5th penalty against Lockport. It backs him up 5. Will make it a little bit tougher. It will be first down. Maine South coming up with the stop. No gain on the play.
Well, they had 8 people line of scrimmage in the tackle box, if you will.
It's Teddy Gianaris back into the game. Saw him leave with an injury. He's the first hit on that play. Yeah.
That's why he is the star caliber player that he is.
Again, working that play clock down as it hits 10 seconds. Do they put the ball in the air here? The answer is no. Oh, big time tackle. Great job coming up from his cornerback position is Kevin Wolf.
Wolf at 6'2", 185. A senior just made a play out in space. One-on-one. Look at him just wrap up. Stays square, shoulder square, drive through the football. Textbook tackling right there.
Porter's playing with that 11-point lead. They get the snap at the 2-second mark on the play clock. They will stay on the ground, minimizing chances for a turnover. This time it's Lopresti that gets the carry.
So they were able to chew some clock on that drive. We're not able to sustain it, but probably burned about 3 minutes.
Lockport's going to have taken about 4 minutes off this clock by the time they snap it for the punt.
Maine South lined up as in a punt block situation rather than a return right here. They're bringing everybody.
Here they come. Timachek's able to get it away. Pretty good kick against the wind. This will tumble down and get a little extra wind to move it a little farther. It will get to about the 35-yard line. Lockport was leading 10-6 until this happened. Ty Schultz fighting his way in for the score, and that takes us to where we sit. 6:11 to play in a 17-6 lead.
At Illinois State University, our legacy is one of preparing students to create, to explore, to lead, to make an impact. Our students graduate on time, find success in their field, and make a difference in the world. That's our legacy. What will yours be? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
There's more here than meets the eye. Corn is in the food that nourishes us. It's in the medicine and vitamins and other products that sustain us. It's in the daily essentials that help us navigate and create in the world. It's renewable and sustainable, better for our world and our future. Corn is all this and more. And the best part? It's homegrown by local farm families, right here in Illinois.
Maine South to get its hands on the ball with 6:11 to play, and it's time for a big play. It's in big chunks, and they haven't had many of those tonight.
No, it's been tough going. Their biggest play is a fumble recovery of 24 yards on their own offensive set, and that just speaks volumes to this Lockport defense tonight. Sajenko with that aforementioned carry.
Sajenko staying in the block. Keith throws high, is looking for Augusto. Stops the clock. 5 seconds away from the midpoint of the fourth quarter. Not many possessions left for the Hawks.
You know, they've continued to go to Augusto, who's had a fine night, you know, on the outside, the perimeter, the boundary right there. He ran one pass, better remember, to the middle on that post and was wide open. I wonder if you can find an opportunity to run him down the middle again with a run to the corner and then post it after that to set up the defense.
Augusto split wide to the left side. Looking in his direction, nothing there. Keith delivers, complete. Will Gazaldo. That will stop the clock with 5:57 left. The ball moves into Lockport territory.
And that was indeed Augusto that they wanted on the deep post pattern. Nothing there, so the check down. Gazaldo gets the ball. See him looking left first. Then Gazaldo just gets the pattern late, 19 yards on that pickup.
Ball at the 46 of the Porters.
Corners playing soft for Lockport.
Sajenko gets the handoff. Can't quite squirt through. He'll peel himself up in a hurry. Clock on the move. A little bit of slow movement from Andy Podolsky, left tackle, and got tied up in that one. Long count here with the clock moving. Keith looking deep. And that ball is picked off. Ethan Gallagher with the interception on great coverage. And another turnover produced by the Lockport defense.
Gallagher came in with 6 interceptions. He gets one right there. 4 turnovers tonight. The Lockport has picked up. What a great break on that football as he high pointed that ball, stepped right in front of Augusto to make a big time play.
The Porters to take over with 5:17 as Maine South has never really gotten their feet underneath them. The defense for Lockport, everything is advertised.
Porters +3 turnover margin, 4 turnovers to 1.
Short pickup for Schultz.
Now, when you take the ball away 4 times in a state championship game, you got to like your odds, quite honestly.
Well, it's been turnover city for that defense in the last 2 games. In the semifinal win over Loyola, Lockport, 3 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries. Again, keeping an eye on that play clock, winding it all the way down.
They've gone with this 2-back set quite a bit here in the fourth quarter.
Looking to scoot to the left side. There's some room here. To the 40 and run out of bounds. Lopresti the carry. Fresh legs. Chains moved. 22-yard run for Andrew Lopresti.
And that 2-back set did indeed work. Ty Schultz gets a lot of the attention, but Lopresti would made the play right there to get a chunk play once again for the Porters.
Saw the speed around the corner for a member of the state finals 4x200 relay team. 251 yards on the ground for the Lockport Porters. They're going to get some more here. Schultz breaks through. Another first down to the 45-yard line of Maine South.
The previous play, Schultz blocked for Lopresti. This time Lopresti gets a nice block at the point of attack for Schultz right there on your screen. 21 stood his man up. So how about those two blacks blocking for each other?
Right there leading the hole. What a great block by Lopresti. Boy, this is agony if you're Maine South. You just watch that big clock. The south end here, Husky Stadium, tick down. It hits the 4-minute mark. Hawks have 3 timeouts remaining. More rushing yardage to add up. And it's not going to be easy for the Hawks. The offensive line doing its job, the running backs making it happen as well.
Yeah, Lopresti, Schultz, Lopresti, and each time the opposite back with a key block on a linebacker for their teammate.
An 8-yard pickup on first down. Timashek getting some help from his teammates saying, keep an eye on that play clock. Here we go. Just short of the first down. It actually could work to Lockport's advantage. That means they will get another playoff here as a few extra whistles blow along with the flag. There's a penalty flag down. This came pretty late.
Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 15 on the defense. 15-yard penalty, result of the play. First down.
So the walk will take the ball to the 21-yard line. Unsportsmanlike conduct call, and at the end of the play, and that's something you'd like to see if you're the head coach for Maine South. That was Frank Bartell with the extra little action.
Frustration, foul.
Yep. Lopresti, he's going to get to the 5. He's going to get to the end zone. So Lockport looking to grind the clock. They end up with a touchdown and a 23-6 lead from Andrew Lopresti.
Number 21 goes for exactly 21 to get into the end zone there. And now they're feeling it. Inside handoff, bumps to the outside. Guess what? Ty Schultz with a block. How about the blocking for these two guys on this drive for each other? My turn, your turn. I'll take care of you. You take care of me. What a nice combo of 1-2. They found something and they stayed with it, right? Offensively, they found something and they stayed with it. Turning that interception into a touchdown, probably the game-sealing touchdown.
The extra point right through. 21-yard touchdown run by Lopresti. 2:50 before Lockport can claim a state title. 24-6. This one from 21 yards out by number 21.
Well, it's what you want it to be. I mean, if you come in with the right attitude, you can make it a career.
Well, first of all the benefits. The pay, of course.
I can't be put. You know, I like working. I like being outdoors and working. So I think that's a big plus for me.
The money I make, I've been able to go on vacations when I want to and buy a new car. And
high school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Well, the sequence of plays to get to this touchdown run, it was a 5-play, 82-yard drive. Schultz the carry, Lopresti the carry, Schultz the carry, then Lopresti the carry, and then, Lepresti the 21-yard touchdown run.
And all they did was share blocking assignment with each other. And Martisek, the wide receiver, with the final block at about the 3 or 4 yard line. When you get wide receivers to block downfield, that makes a running back that much better as well. The final stalk block, finding the defender and getting him out of the way is what sprung that Lepresti touchdown. 21 yards for number 21 to seal the deal.
Fumble recovery from Troy Mutz. Interception from Ethan Gallagher. Those coming here in the second half. Maine South never really able to get that offense on track. From the 2-yard line. Looking for any kind of a hole instead of a big hit. And a flag thrown right in there. That stick from Gallagher.
What a pop it was. You could feel it up here. You can barely hear it, I think. Bartell, Gallagher.
Legal use of the hands, block in the back, number 24. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Well, not only does Bartell take a big hit, his team's penalized, and they'll go back.
Gallagher smiling on that one. That was a vicious collision.
That's Ethan Gallagher. He plays predominantly on the defensive side of the ball. He saw a little offensive action tonight, and of course on the special teams. He got his licks in there.
Young man's a playmaker. 12 tackles for loss on the season on the defensive side.
Rowan Keefe running out of room. And he's chased out of there by Paul Rasp.
So right now, basically, the Porters have 8 in coverage. They have 8 in coverage. They're playing a 3 deep zone at the back end. Linebackers at the second level just playing deep coverage, giving up anything they would want underneath.
Dave and Sarah thought this was an unnecessary hit out of bounds. Paul Rasp, another one of these multi-sport athletes. He's played football, he's wrestled, he's played soccer and basketball. And he's just about 2.5 minutes away from picking up the state football championship. Be the 3rd in Lockport history.
Look at the 3 deep zone, back about 15 yards.
Nothing there for Sajenko. Shane McEntee.
You know, your defense has fought and fought and fought all night long, and now you get to have some fun because, you know, you're playing so deep. You're playing one play, and that's playing pass.
Keefe needs 9 yards for a first down. Once again being chased out. Delivers to Lacasio. Good for a first down to the 25.
Really nice ball, really nice pitch and catch right there. Lacasio laying out for that ball. Pretty good protection. Only pressure came from Cody Silzer at all.
And that's encroachment. A little bit of a jump there.
Dead ball foul, encroachment, number 49 on the defense, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Dallas Gorski gets some time in this game late, and Gorski gets his name announced on the IHSA TV broadcast
by the Hall of Famer Dave Bernhardt.
Keefe gets rid of it in a hurry, and Sajenko goes down in a hurry. Brought down by Nicholas Franciscovich. We called his name a lot.
You know, football sometimes comes down to fundamentals. We talk about ball security and turnovers, but how about the solid tackling, the fundamentally solid tackling by Lockport tonight? I mean, they've scored up, they finished, they've driven through ball carriers, kept their eyes the entire time on the football.
Keefe will be dragged down. Rasp will bring him down. Short pickup on the play. Enough for a first down, however.
That's a three-sport guy who claims he refuses to get blocked. He's just going to go fly to the football and make plays. Active with his feet, active with his hands.
It's a pretty good attitude to have if you're a defensive player. Looking for Shajenko. Never had a chance. Once again, the coverage to Franciscovich. It's been a frustrating night for Mike Shajenko. They wanted to get the ball in his hands, but Lockport Porter's had other ideas. He has been swarmed wherever he has been tonight.
George Chart said at halftime, good picture of Coach and Sarah there. George Chart said at halftime, we always got to know where number 30's at. Well, they've done a good job of that tonight.
Knocked away again. Dylan Schmutzler gets a hand on the ball. Nothing, and I mean nothing, has come easy tonight for Maine South.
Broken up by Dylan Schmutzler.
Everything you may have heard about this Lockport defense, and for folks that want to see it for the first time, well, you know what it's all about right now here in the 14th game of the season. "35 seconds left. Looking to go deep. Martisik is there, and he will have his second interception of the night. It will be the 5th turnover forced by the Lockport defense. And what a way to cap it here in 2021.
What a great interception it was. And Martisik said his semifinal was the greatest game he had played since Pee Wee time. He had a pretty solid game tonight as well and finishes it right there with a leaping interception.
George Chart, part of a state championship team as a defensive coordinator at Providence. He was on the Lockport staff as a defensive coordinator in 2002 and 2003, the back-to-back state titles. But this one is going behind his name. The Lockport Porters 3 years ago were 0-9. And in 2021, they're your Class 8A state champions. 24-6, the final. The celebration begins. This was a confident group of players coming through the season. They just had that feeling in the lower levels that this was going to be the year. Early in the year, they were a team that some people were looking at saying, well, that's a pretty good team. And then it just kept getting better and better and better. And that's what happens on your way to a state title.
But they got on a roll at the right time, played their best football at the right time. Defense was dominating. There is no doubt Ty Schultz was fun to watch down the stretch. Got a little bit of help tonight with Lepresti's running as well. Timashek runs the football team. George Chart did an awesome job with the defense. And all those things add up to a state championship.
You say Ty Schultz, he is our Liuna player of the game. And why not? Over 200 yards rushing, a couple of touchdowns, culmination of a great year. Well, what that young man did to come back from an injury, and there it is. Final numbers, 32 carries, 227 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. Yeah, our Liuna player of the game. Number 7, a big night. You saw his numbers. These are the results. 9 straight times in the first half, Schultz handled the ball. He scored the first touchdown of this game late in the first quarter. That 7-0 lead held up through halftime, but he kept on chugging late in the ball game. He broke runs of 44 and 31 yards. This one is 7 yards, and it's worth 6 points.
I tell you what, he did it on the inside. He did a bump around to the outside. He did it being patient, following his blockers. Just a consummate prototype ball carrier or running back who blocks as well.
Donnie Tillman is down in the field. It's pretty loud down there. Donnie?
Hey, thanks, guys. Coach, a million reasons to smile and be happy right now.
Absolutely. Except for my teeth, I love the smile right now. It's a great feeling for our community, you know, and all the people that support us all the time. And what a great feeling. Look at them. They're loving it. So it's great.
Talk about that second half, and you guys just grinded away.
Yeah, the second half, you know, we knew that they were going to come out with a fury again, and they were playing tough defense. And same thing, we were trying to make sure we didn't give up a big play, and they had that great play by 30. I'm amazed that our kids were able to contain him for as long as they could. When he picked up that fumble and took it in, I'm going, oh my gosh, there he goes. But great job.
Well, Coach, go celebrate with the team. Congratulations on the state championship. You sure can.
All the people out there, all the people that have called and gave us our team support. And I'm talking about not only Porter Nation, I'm talking about the Phoenix people, Phoenix families that have called, and the Warrior families and the Celtic families that have called and wished our program luck. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Donnie. As George Chart references all the prior teams he had coached on. This is the one, though, that's going to go down the big one. The state championship, soaking wet, and it's a good feeling. 24-6, the final. We have more coming up from Husky Stadium in just a bit.
At Illinois State University, our legacy is one of preparing students to create, to explore, to lead, to make an impact. Our students graduate on time, find success in their field, and make a difference in the world. That's our legacy. What will yours be? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
It's here, the Menards Black Friday sale. Hurry in for best selection. Prices good through December 5th. These Mucklucks ladies' boots are warm and comfortable and come in a variety of styles. They're only $19.99 each. Stock up on toys for the little ones. Assorted Barbie dolls are just $2.99 each. Check out these and more amazing Black Friday deals at Menards. Available in-store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
There's more here than meets the eye. Corn is in the food that nourishes us. It's in the medicine and vitamins and other products that sustain us. It's in the daily essentials that help us navigate and create in the world. It's renewable and sustainable, better for our world and our future. Corn is all this and more. And the best part? It's homegrown by local farm families, right here in Illinois.
We know it's difficult to decide where to invest first each year, but your farm and family depend on it. We want you to have your most successful season yet, and that's why we've cataloged over 12 million corn plants and 20,000 germinating seeds. Whether you're just beginning to monitor equipment performance or fine-tuning your equipment, our dealers are here to help. This is your year to know that you're doing the best you possibly can for your farm and your family.
Maine South Hawks picking up their runner-up trophy. That is a full trophy case of football trophies. 6 state titles. It's the 4th runner-up finish, so 10 times they have brought hardware back from the state football finals. Tonight came up short against Lockport, only the 2nd loss of the year for Maine South to go along with those 12 wins. Dave and Sarah with just 35 losses in 21 years. What an amazing run for Coach and Sarah. And Maine South and the Park Ridge folks so thoroughly behind their football program.
What do you say? They have what? He went on a Saturday football game to see his son, and there was like 42 games going on at one time in the youth league. So that's how you the sustainability of a program. And there's the second rise of a program, if you will, a program that was storied, went through some tough times, but it's back with a bunch of smiles.
There was a lot of confidence among those players and among the coaches, knowing what was coming up, knowing that this could be the year, and indeed it was, and came to fruition. And in fact, this game caps off a very unusual year, or year and a half, or however you want to count your years. When you have spring football, you get a few months off in the summer, come back in the fall, but in the end, your Class 8A champions are right there, your Lockport Porters. last time Lockport won a state title was 2003. And that is when these seniors were just being born. So you have it. How exciting is that? Where you talk about history, and all of a sudden these guys get to live it out. They get to make their own history here this year. Our Liuna player of the game was Ty Schultz, and that's who's with Donnie Tillman right now.
All right, I'm here with the player of the game, and what an incredible game, what an incredible result, a state championship.
I mean, everybody did their job. O-line really pulled through. The fans over there, they're cheering for us the whole time. You know, everybody just did their part. That's why we won the game.
Did this feel like a heavyweight fight out here, but you guys just trading blows, you know, back and forth?
Oh, yeah, I think they're a pretty good team, but we have some pretty big guys, you know, very physical up front. The receivers are very physical. Everybody, D-line, linebackers. So that's how we got it done.
You started putting them in the rearview mirror, racking up all those yards. That had to feel pretty good as well.
Yeah, I know. Credit to the other guys. That's all I got to say about that.
Well, enjoy that championship. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
Ty Schultz seemingly very calm after winning a state title and rushing for well over 200 yards and a couple of scores. What a thrill that is. Not only for Lockport, Mark, but for all these teams here that made it here to the state finals. You know, 16 teams in 8 games. Of course, only 8 come away as winners. But what a special, special time for these guys. It'll take forever.
Well, you know, I think it was a really good weekend of football. There was some great skill play. There was some hard hitting. There were some turnovers. There were some great interceptions. I mean, you saw a little bit of everything in 8 solid football games, and IHSA would showcase the ability of Illinois High School Association team members to put it on the line in a championship setting here in DeKalb this weekend.
Well, you take a look, and it started all in 1A. It seems like a long time ago, but it was only, 36 hours ago or so? And that's when Lena Winslow got things started. They defeated Carrollton for the 1A state championship, and that just started the ball rolling all the way through here till tonight. We're happy with the weather. Last time we were here, we had some miserable weather. Today it was just cold. But, you know, before we go, I want to make sure folks do something here. Do me a favor, okay? So we got a few minutes more left on the broadcast. But at the end of our broadcast here, we have closing credits. I'm a big closing credits guy. I don't care if it's movies or TVs or whatever. But I would love to have the folks stick around for the closing credits, because you may have watched your favorite team here this week. You may have watched a few games here and there, but I will tell you, our entire crew, they were here, just coverage, live coverage, wire to wire, 12 hours from 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock plus each of these last 2 days. And especially for our crew inside a production truck, you are constantly moving, constantly on your toes. And how about our camera operators?
Outside in the elements, unbelievable. Some great shots all weekend long. It captured the excitement that was going on. You know, we saw feet come down. We saw feet step out of bounds. The camera crew was just outstanding with those shots that they captured the moment, those championship moments that we saw weekend long. And what can you say about a crew that was relentless since Wednesday night setting up?
Relentless is a great word, and that's what happened to all these 16 teams that made it here to the state finals. We said yesterday at 10 o'clock in the morning we started in Class 1A. It was Lena Winslow that won that 1A championship over Carrollton. And, you know, you take a look and you say then, okay, what comes next? Well, you get ready for your second game, and it's Nashville and Wilmington. Wilmington picks up a state championship 24-7. We saw a lot of teams that ran the similar offenses. Then things changed a bit as we get to Class 3A. Byron came in after back-to-back runner-up finishes the last 2 times. They come up in a decisive victory over Tolono Unity. And how about that game? Joliet Catholic Academy and Sacred Heart Griffin. We knew there were going to be a lot of points scored there. Sacred Heart Griffin runs the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. But JCA, dominant performance for the Hilltoppers in Class 4A.
Well, Joliet Catholic was so physical in that football game. We saw 2 contrasting styles. We saw Sacred Heart Griffin that, you know, wants to come out and sling the football. Joliet Catholic just imposed their will in the trenches, which turned things over to the Kankakee Fenwick game. That the Friars won that one 34-15 in today's action beginning.
Yeah, that's what got us started at 10 o'clock. And then maybe one of the classic games. period. Or one of the most outstanding games ever in the state football finals. Cary Grove knocking off East St. Louis 37-36. That one came down to the final moments about 3 different times.
Yeah, Cary Grove, not an underdog, but a big-time underdog in everybody's vision but their own. Nothing happens unless first a dream, and Cary Grove, they ran the table against, the entire schedule with East St. Louis, a heavy favorite, only lost twice, but never to an Illinois team this year. And Cary Grove, their ball control offense was just impeccable. Their misdirection, and they showed they have some skilled athletes as well.
And then in our 2 ball games that you and I had tonight, Wheaton North, take a look at that score, 35-6 over St. Rita. A total, complete team effort, every facet of the game for the Falcons.
Well, Wheaton North was impressive offensively. They were impressive defensively, again holding an opponent under one touchdown or less for the 10th time this season. Their special teams was superlative. Special teams really special. All facets of the game, they probably played their most complete game at the right time, and that was definitely a championship performance by Joe Ordinsky's team tonight to get Wheaton North their first title in this century.
Well, then you see Lockport Forest, they pick up their 3rd state championship, 24-6. You just saw that moments ago, and again, it's a team that a program that was down, and then it came back up here, and in fact, it doesn't get much higher than this when you win a state championship right here in DeKalb and Husky Stadium. And a shout out too as well for the Northern Illinois folks here that have been so hospitable this week for our entire crew and our production. And you don't make this doesn't just happen, right? I mean, it just everybody contributes one way or another.
Well, it's the community that puts this together, the volunteers that put this together, and that's what makes this such a special weekend. We know that Champaign's enjoyed that, DeKalb has enjoyed that, and they've really rolled out the red carpet for, what do you think, maybe average about 8,000-10,000 a game here this afternoon, or this weekend. So we probably had 75,000-80,000 people in Husky Stadium from all parts of the state of Illinois.
How refreshing was it to come back and do some state championship games, for kids to play in them, for fans to be a part of it? Of course, last fall it didn't happen, and then in the spring it was the 6-game schedule, no real playoffs there. Back here in action for a full 14 games.
Well, really good to get back to some normalcy. And you take a look at things, the teams that made it here to DeKalb, they played 20 football games since 2021 began. Now, it's 11 months, 20 football games, and you think of the training and the weight room and the sprints and the film and the scholastic part, which is most important. You put all those things together, and some of these guys, multi-sport athletes, just an amazing opportunity. But I flat-out guarantee you this, none of those student athletes would change anything right now with a chance to get back on the field and a chance to compete for championships, in your local level, in your conference level, and then in state tournament level as well.
Well, for the coaches, at least for the 16 coaches that were here, that long haul, and of course the pressure and the demands of what you had to do to get here, I would have to guess that tomorrow everybody's just going to take a big sigh of relief. If you won the championship trophy, you're still excited. You can just say, oh, okay, let's just relax and let's come down. But great performances here. We saw some great individual performances here as well.
Well, we certainly did. We saw some skilled athletes. We saw some Division I athletes. But we also saw, which is really cool, the athletes who will go play Division II, Division III because of their love of the game. And we also talked about some academicians, some students that will go on and not play football, but will go on to Ivy League schools and such and make great names for themselves. And that's the teaching part of interscholastic high school sports.
So here from Husky Stadium in Northern Illinois University, we had 8 championship ball games. We had 8 champions. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong here, did the home team win each one of these 8 titles?
I think the West Side bleachers were the magic formula here this entire weekend. 8 out of 8 home teams won championships. Nothing like home cooking.
Well, the last one came to the Lockport Porters tonight. Lockport jumped out to the lead, and he held the lead. It was like in the last 2 minutes of the first quarter, went up 7-0. That's the lead at halftime. We saw a couple of turnovers. We were looking for big plays, and we got them in the second half before the Porters pulled away.
They really did. And any time you win a state championship and you go back and look at the stuff in the stat sheet, but you get 5 takeaways on the evening, that just shows how defensively they had Maine South playing, catch up the entire second half, and they were able to pin their ears back, put some pressure on the quarterback, get a couple interceptions in the second half to get things done and win a championship here at DeKalb tonight.
Mark, great working with you once again.
Also, it was a blast.
Well, appreciate all of you folks that joined us. I appreciate my right-hand man, Nick Pinto, our statistician, our entire crew here in DeKalb. Yeah! For my partner, Mark Lindo, I'm Dave Earnhardt. This is IHSA Championship Television Network.
Thanks for watching the 2021 IHSA State Football Championships. This has been an IHSA Championship Television Network production.
Hi, John Coker of Builders Warehouse. These are some of the cabinets I have in stock and ready for immediate pickup. An unfinished, a slate gray, or white. Get it done at Builders Warehouse.